This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Mayemo bibia kwaba emfambra Boadu TV so mo ayemo first time mo hwe no ye be se mo na ma subscribe na afienso no wa like video no na o comment ho hia waja atom na yekoye nim we are finally share my na ye tie ne se ye wo ho ne yinya ntie se Minister for Education Haruna Idris Abeka say anase communicate BFI ministry whereby say teacher training allowance ba betwem ama yete class nursing training allowance so ye betwem baye no manfo ka mahama Kevin Taylor say wa wo hwe school no ntimi nkono dia na kwotrefi because han nursing teacher training allowance no mo de ma student na wo mo kiosk ni containers esifie no makoto provisions de gum no mo ton e de nyom ho owie a won fa ni certificate ni kran so nkoye adwuma no da kwotena baabi enti aka na yeden untimi nko school na assign jai 2028 oba 20 days en form ho obetwem asema Kevin Taylor kan no na yete se e ma hye bedwom so MPB akwaka se sit down daughter of a medra na say what the jijiba senator Wellens ama ye say ya Jinapor inse bebre Kevin Taylor fired that found.
Government cannot continue to feed teacher trainees Haruna Idrisu and the education minister Haruna Idrisu akasa or say aban entumi nkoso enfidi teacher trainees. It is simple and it is true. Guys, let me tell you something. Nothing should be free in Ghana again. Adebia, I was say if you are Ghana Biana, I was saying making sure say you benya home faso in a year or two. Baby Ghana was a Siano, and there's one thing I have always told Ghanaians. John Mahama and the NDC, they have been consistent when it comes to a year education. John Mahama in opposition for the past 8 years, Kachira Muse, the free SHS, he will review it. And right now there's a committee putting a review system together. We will all come together to review free SHS. John Mahama in opposition, Kachira Ghana for say, students be a omo tertiary institution wa Ghana ha. First year students be a mobile school biano. The government is going to take care of omo first year fees. Now, the issue of a teacher trainee and nursing trainees for omo alawa abide mo omo so omo fandidi abra loan one John Mahama kind of opposition when Chamontro or say that substitution need to be done. Alawa woho, you have every right to take a loan woho. Every tertiary institution student be a teacher trainee or nursing trainee, especially teacher trainee for no. Your idea of any loan, everyone is entitled to loan. We don't understand why government should be giving you alawa. No, it should be taken out because sa alawa no. The government can use the alawa to better their mumu future. Right now, we've been complaining about not having enough teaching hospitals in Ghana. We've been complaining of not having enough district hospitals. We are complaining of lack of better health facilities in Ghana. Sa alawa na yedema mono. More access to loan. Into monkwana munkoji loan no. Loan no wajide na untia nende. The same abano was so create a juma mau. Sa abani create a juma mawa. Now, you na loan akutia sakano. It is Abani and the Kojilona. It means it's upon the Abani to open a job for you after school. And son and in Sakascano. It's Abani crampon heading who air to problem. In this situation, the government is actually setting itself up. Because of the loan, the mamu. Nasa muji loan ni dinne. Nasa owiena when create juma mamwa. Loan no mafa. Inti abai crampon at the end of the day, it is putting itself in a very tight corner. But Abani say, we are going to do our part by creating more job opportunities for you people. Inti loan na more access to no monkwaji loan no na sa alawano Abani fancy hospital no send ne beya mube wie school no na mo nya ready job. Inti mo wie school a mo benya hospital adwuma wom send ne beya Abani betuma teneka. At this point, who is losing? Aban is losing right now. But Aban said they don't care. They want you to at least access the loan. Send a beya uwe school obube to me ebie juma no monsa asaje omulo ne back. Because uwe school na Aban ambie ejuma mawa loan no wafa. Then de so waji loan now 4 years. Na Aban we mbie juma ma na Aban entumi nda oka. It is even your own good. For your own good. Say Aban ekacho say kwaji loan. The government cannot keep on. Cannot continue feeding people. Abra, the government, the same government has given you the option to take loan. Abra, the same government and the responsibility to give you a job after school. Aban ba kuya who school. Hey, you school or say aban ma yejuma. Who ya nurse, who nursing school. Who ye juma. Who ye school. Asa onko to pano. Obeto ko yejuma. Hospital ye no phone. Hospital ye no dime. Hospital you see hospital. Near the equipment gum. Now wash a green akotrem. We are up power now, what will be panye, Busumi so and what you see KD. Into what is school to see, I can say, hey, say, there, I got 2 years in the I buying, I was set or see hospital now. We are teacher ni, was say I got 1 year, no way school, I was buying AC more schools. I buying say loan now, would you know? Sa loan no, sa uji din ne, no china when be a juma wa fa loan no. So but alawane de uji din na, on yesika NC hospital mount. Into a buying person of say future. Aban ne pese oboawo ma so nya adwuma right after school no say loan no or they substitute den eye alawa no inti kwaji loan no which is idea you are entitled to obi antumi stop you or the sa alawa no ekosi schools and hospitals and one no ye feed obi a school free biem wa won ti ase ne jai school. Why should government be feeding you in school? Why should the government of the day? Ghana is a third world country. Yet the car identity also a bind time sikama udin free. Now I'm smart to school. And the John Mahama administration NDC4, they have not moved from this principle. Oma car for 8 years say that loan no that alawan do substituted loan ba be show. Into wa oja untumi ko school and loan no tena fie. Me say send the Ghana where we SS o person o nursing training o person o teacher training now say aban emma wo eye alawanti nkwa ko fie omo person mo gi loan no ewie ma aban si hospital mo ko mu no omo be gi loan no and so at this point you cannot negotiate. It is loan. You are entitled to loan. I agree with Haruna Idrisu. All students at tertiary institutions are more access to loan. Go and take loan. Government is not going to feed anybody again. Majority of more school, majority of more nursing training, more be a store of fee. More teacher training schools, more be a shop of fee. Obuha will be a shop bar of fee and all nursing training. Obuha or teacher training will be a supermarket of fee or saji a alawa for a buying wedi or jala one of the good store. More than one. Me say more nursing training colleges, more teacher training colleges. Omo be a store of fee. Obako kejeti no shop ho. Obako bukrum na omo maame eti omo store ano. Omo je alawa sika na nom de akofa nyoma kantamanto. Nom de akofa nyoma e Kumase. Nom de akogu omo store mu. Nom ti school say ye dey a student. Me say obia wo access to loan. Mon kogoji loan. Wa wo hwa wontumi ngi loan ko fie. Ye metua obia feeding fee e wo school. Aban embehwe SS4 ensan behwe trading college for no. Say no tina beto atia MPP NDC the way is your front. Yes. Don Mahama ontwa obi antro. Haruna Idrisu is right on track. Me say opa met me bie phone lines. Omo more teacher training any nursing training. Omo ka kiro. Your nurse for bebra omo shop ofie. Omo school, omo shop ofie. Your teacher for bebra omo school, omo shop ofie. Your nkofo omo bie shop sa and omo ji alawa na na kofa nyoma Kumase market nom de kom krom. Alawa ye pa alawa or ji sika na kofa nyoma ko gu ni store mu. Obi an kodi the provisions on the store mu. Who free fear ba no why provision ni bi with store no be hwe hu. Aban se koji loan. If you are not going to take the loan, for give me ko fie. 2028 to part to NDC. Omo mu nim nyansa ombaji loan no. Omo wi a ye be si hospital omo de omo certificate be nya adwuma ye. Yen so kwasi asem su biem wo Ghana. We are not going to entertain foolishness. The way is your front. Oshana too much ma waja school no nkofo kura pe school na ba. Muntie me. More teacher training colleges, nursing training colleges. More shop with your provision store no. Munko fie nko yi munyoma de bimbe di school. Now my men mo papa mo bubu mo pano omo responsibility ne dey. O dey akwara eba school, our access to loan. Was say aban sama ne sika nto no ho nkofa nyoma megu store mo bodam. Wa wontumi nko school no tene omo amaya ready so mbeji loan no omo nko school no omo nko ji loan no omo wi a aban de omo de omo alawa no be hospital abo ma akọ edwuma eno ano no mu nko fie nko mu provisions mbrefie school yensa mo ma me mpanifo ne nkokora moto fufu dwere energy training colleges ka kire say ai alawa ma aye ntia ase mo bodam obia free food organa biem mu wi a na ma ja alawa nkwasiafo na mu bi mo re TikTok di nkwasiasam moja alawana na mudi gu TikTok koton kwasia data kohwe kwasia jantra nyoma moji scanner na mudi akofa provisions agogumu store mu ofie na aban bre na nipsika ye hiade ya de pa na ye nya me say wo nursing training college or teacher training college how na Idris say aban fidi obi abiem koji loan o se anu nti wonti ase aja school no obi ampa obi achew masa so wonti ase akodokoku ho the way is your front ekwan de dawo nim no free school ho obi kura tifie pe school ni mu aba wenye sika akoto perfume gugu ho wenye sika akoto pons twiwe nim u change draws every week o personal self de bia no watch our skirt no yensa ma oduane ndi o bodam call provision stop no store na wo fusu no kona ka choma me se onyi kinsop miensa onyi geisha miensa onyi saralak mienu on ma gari olonka 10 na onyi wa shop na for school bedi na ji alawa ka ho mo pe free dodo na wona wote wona so be so ko school me sama oduane ndi me na me ka se bra school when o colleagues a oboko kosun adwuma when colleagues a oboko ekosun adepam when o girlfriends omoso call some kosun o boyfriends some kosun mechanic ade na won go here no so why waje so be so to school so dia pe waduane a obedi aban be ma loan koji loan no bedidi san kwase ansoso no ya soso bo so na moti Ghana na jimi enyansafo na omo mu no omo be din agi loan no a certify omo agi certificate akwa yedwuma e wo GGMC akwa yedwuma e wo eyede Bank of Ghana Hospital chip compounds no aban ba be ni nyina aban betua nurses ka so wontumi entwen enko school ni loan na the way is your front kokurom mo bodam mo MPP for ejimi mo for 8 years mo enya adwuma anye mo tititi school obi apa abrochira ko because hospital bi eni obe adwuma wo aban bi aba o say hey na tetene nyire ni so ko boarding school wo de waduane ko ade ne sia mo person de waduane be ko mo ana bibi ya mo nursing training colleges omo nyina high dine omo nte campus mpo obehu nursery no high chamber hall not kurom onte campus o obekọ otebema so ye man chop money anopa chop money ewia obekọ teacher training ni ba okono oposan kwan ama taxi driver ice wa bodam me say obekọ nursing training ni akwara na ote bema fie posan kwan ice wa bodam owi oseme paalawa abuofunu wako yan kwan de oto akọje o paalawa wo ene ho loan ho kọje omo nyina rent dan obekọ no makoto TV abubom no ma baba omu name omu hwe Champions League ye de agiminti ye tuata kra ne ataba ma osa alawa mu nyina mu nkomo ma me wo se ma ye ko school ma esike de beto aduane aban se loan so wo ho nje kwa kwaje ni bia ka ho mu bodam ehia wa trefie ye mfo hia nko school krom ha ye we hia fo ma nko school me na me ka kire wo krom ha ye we hia fo ha ma nko school omu pe problem nti o ma nko obi o ha on pe student loan problem into ono okosun adwuma enti wo hwe na se untumi enko feed wo school a trefie because abani person o see more hospitals abani person o see more schools enti sa alawan sa sika na abani be sa project no abani se koji loan untumi ngi loan na the way is your front mon kwasi asem no obi ani sa time no be so ko to sa girls we ni boys we obi o ha or nursing training na bia o fosu nursing training ko he dan awa hai efiewura no ukona girl we bon kwan ubohu kako na kako pie firi kwan mu ubohu chese eneme won kwan mu nyine twa 7 ubo se akokọ abotwe na pie kako oboze se superku yiniti nursing trainee wajala wa bo superku nkwan aboofunu ne ete ha ne yebre na papa na obu ni pande wo no ontumo ska nko school kodidi aban se kwaji loan owia na mia skirt watoso na otwa so odu jompe na ne kwan atofo no peja na de turu mu da ho be man say ye ho ofo o se we na school ne wo o nursing trainee on cap on tip brofo. The participation of the parties in Kwasi Abrofo or nursing training college on Tibrofo. As I make an mebo among country, when I'm on your school, when I'm saying Kurawi, they don't need any alawa. Yen and nurse for ye, Diana, Yenim, Yen Yehubia, Yenim Diaka. Omuti school brofo Pomonte. Brofo ye candidate an hokro mu ni bi e no muti school no mo disturb ye e ne de wa me alawa me say wa wonti ase kofie koda and wo frɛ Ghana nurse ni na ka so on ka myself okro tumi nka brofo kra ho edin e ne ye waste your time wo me pe brofo bi a nurse ni bi kan ye ewen Mrs. enkwase brofo omo bu pelo no ye ka so mo bra sisi no mo nyina be interview nka brofo no ye ntia omo nyina be dwane mi hu brofo bi wa ha nurse ni bi teacher ni bi enkwase brofo omo tena school sua de omo so da enkwan na omo ye uko hu nurse ni abosu peku nkwan no twana skirt so party bi o man tem bi obekọ bi uwia na o ka kire say yema osika yema alawa nkoto material there time kran say omo alawa na omo jimi abegina TikTok alawa ba o ma me na o papa ko okum obu ni pasa kokore de wa ma osika say for school be didi o kware why like say abanse jidlo oba America ya ma obi ala wa okurum ha o fam kwase ya njai san kwase sem no oba America UK na omotete ya ma obi ala wa anga sa kwaji loan oba krom a ya obi a oye congressman oda hutia loan e okurum ha ya onkofo congress omda hutia student loan yes na motete Ghana ne asoso mo so na kwase asem ena nurse no muda katabo nim na mumudodo no hookup akese eto ena mu display and obusa na is not try myself on tumi nka and utumi chia nurse ni etie na no brofo na so school no kwa na wonko so many already don't even enter classrooms teacher for na omo nko do omo ni man say ai na area na wo there I say high dan papa o obi our boyfriend tre wo pala wa eni ho mo bottom wa wontumi ni jai school no o papa ko okum o start bu ni pa enye nne obu ni pa o de adwene to ho so obehwe wo school almost Canberra school loan wo hokoje ena MPP for we jimi nkwara o Ghana nkwara ni fili say school no omoko no so omu jaya eye problem ende utumu nurse ni utumu teacher ni wo school na adwene ni say the school no okọ no ojaya eye problem wo na wo ko school na be bo bra no MPP for the bibia to omutirim say so omaka so omu ko school na ye na be lose me ekọ Ghana ni be na be lose ye na ye boawo because who go school na wie ye ma wo loan me asabu adwuma it you people have no option than to live with what the government wants and that is take the loan en kwasia hookup na kamo me say wo pa 2028 men to me ekọ say nurse for 20 ehu nyansa agi loan ewie school enya certification na Mahamasi hospital na nurse for 20 penye adwuma me makoma beto biyem dan say ebehwie nkwasiafo we bebre enya school enya nurse ntina mo school ho bebre enya teaching ntina mo ho matisala wa bi ho na begie di nkwasiafo some of you plenty of you nursing training for 99% 80% 60% mo school enya because nursing ntina mpesa mo ye because kwasia bi ka say oko nursing training obenya ala we di majority of you munyina mu ni mo ho they all say on me kan me boa no on for the santu neja pades no mbodua be man so for no me man so mo hwe no mbodua mo tete school ho idea mo de ba school no enye se mo ba be ko school abenya certificate papa bi enya adwuma ala wanti na mo na nam campus ho 90% of you a few of you now already say omo be ko school abesua de abe teachers papa and nurse papa 80% oh madam fu bi de oso na okọ nurse no otumi tonkonya gu ni da mu ukwa nkomo mu di no me se nursing training colleges wo obekọ no abena me de me sister oba nursing training na alawa no odiko rent dan e na otonkonwa gu mu Into on it there is only problem. Was I creating a juma or chip compound? Kwasia. Also study any and a better in a dine. Bema borrow to when to manage a bema so and an mobra. Yenny alawa or the better. What do you allow Kotonkunya? Abuake. Oh, the any alawa Kotonkunya, Koji loan. Oh, penny alawa Koto Aje. A diasha shall be about them. Oh, beso the any alawa Ekoto flash screen. Oh, bottom. Yenny alawa and Koto bucket. Yenny sika na obeji Edia Koto Edia a gas cooker. Oh, the Koto a gas. Yenny alawa and Koto domo the chance here. Abenua Jolofu. Oh, bottom. My papa Mosca. Koji loan. Senator Rawlings, one of the finest politicians. Since Senator, Era Parliament of Ghana, I am yet to hear anybody in Ghana say, this lady has insulted anybody in her delivery. She has never even insinuated in her delivery in Parliament about something. I am yet to hear. Since J.J. Rawlings, Senator Rawlings, Era Parliament, I am here, I'm yet. And I can say this on authority. NDC MPs are more parliament in there. From the time of this lady Era Parliament, on the other one of the MPs are conducting more exceptionally. When she's given the opportunity to speak, she does not insinuate. She does not even give low blows. She does not indirectly insult opponents. She has always been consistent and she has always delivered the facts. I am yet to hear anybody in Ghana politics, even during campaign, outside on the field, that people do all sort of things and say all sort of things. I'm still yet to hear anybody bring a tape out to say, Senator Rawlings, J.J. Rawlings, or your MP, no, and some amine did you be at them. This lady, sorry, of Parliament, they were talking about heroes of Ghana. They were mentioning heroes. And Afenyoma Kinjina Honana or Kasa. And an NPP sitting right behind Afenyoma Kin. Ebien Anokacha Senator Rawlings on Tenase. She's a daughter of a murderer. This is Parliament of Ghana, led by Alban Bagbin. Minority NPP led by Afenyoma Kin. He had it. And the guy just didn't end there. Osako Suka said there's evidence that the man killed people. Now, it has come to light that Senator Rawlings, the constituents, Klote Kole constituency, they have officially petitioned a Speaker of Parliament. Say, Omo MP no, the statement that was made to embarrass, to denigrate Omo MP, any Omo Papa, who is the founder of our Fourth Republic, the Parliament of Ghana led by Alban Bagbin, that particular MP, we need to know who that MP is. Now, this is the NPP that just left power less than a year. This is a member of Parliament of the constituency or catch them say or call in the name of Ghana to go bring something home. Now it has come out that Samuel Abu Jinapor was the one who made the statement. Now, Samuel Abu Jinapor Babontine Bekase, he knows nothing about it. And you're on make it. If he knows nothing about the statement, Afenyoma knows who made the statement. Until Afenyoma brings out the MP who made the statement, it is Samuel Abu Jinapor, because Senyor Noah, he was sitting there, he heard it, unless he wants to tell us that he did not hear the MP who made the statement. Now we can tell you on authority, says Samuel Abu Jinapor made those statements. That J.J. Rawlings is a murderer, and that Senator Rawlings or a daughter of a murderer, and that he has evidence that what the killings that were done by J.J. he has evidence. Samuel Abu Jinapor turned on the mic and told the whole world to say Senator Rawlings is a daughter of a murderer. The man, J.J. Rawlings, who today, and Kenya Rawlings and Kankwasiya 4-way MPP 4-way and Kabaku point to Parliament. Samuel Abu Jinapor sat in Parliament to tell Ewiase said J.J. Rawlings' daughter is a daughter of a murderer, and that he has evidence to J.J. killing people. My friends, this can bring tribal war. This can bring uprising in this country. Samuel Abu Jinapor said enya onwa. We saw the video. At least the minority leader, who is Afenyomakin, turned around and told the person making that statement to shut up, to stop talking. He turned around the second time into Samuel Abu Jinapor said enya onwa. He, Samuel Abu Jinapor, should tell us, did he hear? Afenyomakin should be able to tell us who was making that statement, because at least we have a footage of Afenyomakin turning around to tell the person who was making that statement, say, Onye Dina Onkasa. He was not telling the person to stop speaking and that the person should apologize for his statement. Afenyomakin was not bothered about the statement the person was making. He was more bothered about his statement not being heard. Enti Samuel Abu Jinapor said enyo noa. Afenyomakin should tell us say it wasn't Samuel Abu Jinapor. Because if Afenyomakin fails to let Ghanaians know say enye Samuel Abu Jinapor and then every MPP MP is a target. We are going to say this today. Because people also adore J.J. Rawlings. People also respect the Fourth Republic. People also respect the contribution of J.J. Rawlings. And just say, because on paper, from the voice we heard, it was Samuel Abu Jinapor. We know it was Samuel Abu Jinapor because Samuel Abu Jinapor went to insult the Gonja king. He went and he insulted him. This is the same Samuel Abu Jinapor. What can Sama? We know there were people in the chamber. Samuel Abu Jinapor and they make that statement to say, Zenata Rawlings, or a daughter of a murderer. He did not end there. He went further to say, our evidence to prove that J.J. Rawlings killed is a murderer. We want Afenyomakin, who is the leader of the minority, to come out and tell us who that MP is. Because at least in the video, we saw him turn around to tell the person to stop talking. So Afenyomakin to me amba out. Ambe can't say Sa nipa kasa a nipa way, because we Ghanaians and the constituency are more constituency. They want to know the specific person who made that statement. So Afenyomakin refuses that it means the 88 MPP MPs. The 88 MPP MPs, they are enemies of the state. Anything can happen to anyone at any time. And we can say on record, said this statement was made by Samuel Abu Jinapor. Said Samuel Abu Jinapor said, and then it means he also heard the person who spoke. Said Samuel Abu Jinapor today, who was sitting right behind Afenyomakin, the Western Regional Minister, former Western Regional Minister, Kobi Ochedaku, was sitting there. He also turned around. He saw the person who made the statement. Afenyomakin, or minority leader, he also turned around. He saw the person who made the statement. Say Samuel Abu Jinapor say enyo ne make his statement now. Then it means say the minority leader Afenyomakin knows the person and one person beka sadi panachre. Say Samuel Abu Jinapor say enyo ne kan ya, then it means Samuel Abu Jinapor knows the person and one person beka chre. But from what we know now, Samuel Abu Jinapor, he is the one who made that statement. So her video now, they were all laughing. They were laughing. That statement was made by Samuel Abu Jinapor. Samuel Abu Jinapor can never run away from this. And so was Samuel Abu Jinapor constituency. You should be hurt for voting for such a criminal. Until Samuel Abu Jinapor comes out to tell us who actually said this. Afenyomakin turned around or dane ne ho and or catch the pana or make a statement and say onye din, meaning Afenyomakin saw the person who made a statement. Kobi Ochedaku turned around, saw the person who was making the statement. So there are a lot of people in this video that can tell us who made a statement. Say Samuel Abu Jinapor say enyo noa then ne eye hwan. And the best person to tell us who that person was is Afenyo Markin. Afenyo Markin is the best person to tell us to say enye Samuel Abu Jinapor na eye obi fufro. So Afenyo Markin fails to do this, then it is Samuel Abu Jinapor. We all know say Samuel Abu Jinapor until Afenyo Markin, who is the minority leader of the NPP side, the 88 pigs. So Afenyo Markin fails to tell us Nipana Odane and Hokachen say onye dina. And it is Samuel Abu Jinapor who made this statement. Say JJ Rawlings, Senator Rawlings, or your daughter of a murderer. And that he has evidence, say JJ killed people. He needs to provide that evidence. And I'm very sure, say, it wasn't only one camera that was capturing parliamentary proceedings yesterday. And I'm sure that Parliament itself, it has security cameras there that can take overhead shots. I know there's an overhead shot camera that shoots everything. Say the specific camera we are looking at today, a Parliament Facebook page, and I said whatever page, and to me and capture the panokra, there should be a security camera in the chamber that can take an overhead shot. There should be a camera or an overhead shot camera, a chamber where it can give us a clear shot of proceedings that time and who made the statement. But until we go into that, I want to speak to Nana Kunedu Ajima Rawlings. This is happening because you have allowed this to happen. You have to take the blame. Today, you are, per the MPP, you are a wife of a murderer, and it makes you a murderer. Today, the same MPP that you went to sell NDC to, Nana Kunedu Ajima Rawlings, your greed, your unsatisfactory greed, your unending greed, that greed that led you to go and sell your husband to the NPP. The same people are telling you that your ex-husband, your husband, who is no more, today the same MPP that you went to bed with, they are telling your daughter in Parliament that she is the daughter of a murderer. Who advises a murderer at the end of the day? The murderer was sharing bed with you, Nana Kunedu Ajima Rawlings. You are the first and last person the murderer thinks with. So today, the same MPP you were sharing wine with, you were telling them things to destroy the NDC. Today, they are humiliating your daughter in Parliament because of you. You gave them that room. This is what you are going to take to your grave. This is the record. This is the terminal report you are going to take with to your grave. Because today, your MPP that out of selfish greed, out of unnecessary greed, you went to sleep with, today they are telling you you are a murderous wife. It makes you a murderer. So I don't blame the NPP. I blame you, Nana Kunedu Ajima Rawlings. Your innocent children are today suffering because of your greed, your diabolic mind, the attitude of entitlement, your selfish greed. That is what has brought your daughters to this point. Womano, what they are facing today, some kuna would also because you have caused this. Ahoya, greed, any bre, and kwasiade. See, today, your most intelligent, and I say your intelligent daughter, I'm not going to say most because you have intelligent daughters. Your intelligent daughter, at least in Ghana politics, baby, a dirty riffraff in the MPP is calling your daughter, who is more respectable, intelligent, has built a better life than these riffraffs, dirty fools. They are sitting in Parliament on camera telling your daughter that she's a daughter of a murderer. Now you said Zenato on your strong woman. Do you think she can go back to that Parliament and speak on the floor? Or you say Zenato Rawlings on your strong woman. Now only papa moja a man in a ding to make sure say or already say what focus so be so be ya. Or you say she will have that courage to lead her constituents again. All because of you, Nana Kunedu Ajima Rawlings. And also I have a message for the Speaker of Parliament. Every day, every time we hear Every day we hear you, Alban Bagbin, speak in Parliament. You have stayed in Parliament for long. None of the people in Parliament today, when you started parliamentary practice, time Aura Parliament, you uphold the integrity of Parliament. This is the time to prove to us. You, Alban Bagbin, you are fond of always pushing criminality in Parliament under the carpet. That is something you have done for years. And you have done it in such a way that you make it look like, say, oh, you there, you solve issues. No. Your integrity and credibility is at stake. It's the same NDC that has made you who you are today. Nobody knew you. With all due respect, you were going to walk out of Parliament quietly and die without anybody recognizing you. With all due respect. Until the John Mahama NDC, JJ Rawlings NDC made you Speaker of Parliament. How many Ghanaians knew Alban Bagbin before you were made Speaker of Parliament? These same fools, NDC, fought to put you there. You did politics. You did everything in politics. But the kind of mileage you have now, all the years in politics and now you did not have it until they gave you this ice, until they topped all your success with this speakership position. This is the time for you to prove to Ghanaians to say you are a hypocrite, or you are the real deal, or you are an honest grandfather. Because you cannot sit in that chair and make this look like an ordinary statement that should be brushed under the carpet because you want to satisfy some stupid fool or a stupid political party in the name of democracy. No. Because if you don't solve this, if we don't get to know the MP who did this and kicked out of Parliament, you will be our target. Parliament is supposed to be protected. We were here when you said you have suspended 4 MPs because they did not conduct themselves as MPs. They did not show Parliament that respect. They did not show the people of Ghana respect. JJ Rawlings in T and Alban Bagbin, today you are here as a Speaker of Parliament. You need to make sure whoever said this or made this statement, Ghanaians get to know who this person is. The right punishment applied. This is not politics as usual. People are angry. And if you say, Debiano, yema respect. Prove to us to say you are not corrupt and you are not a liar. Alban, Small, Bagbin, or whatever. Prove to Ghanaians that you are not a liar. Because every liar is a thief. And this statement from the NPP minority, whoever made that statement, and for now we know it's Abu Jinapor, Samuel Abu Jinapor, he made these statements. You need to make sure the person who made the statement, you officially announce the name of the person who made the statement, because you are the Speaker of Parliament. You oversee all the activities in Parliament. We want you to take the necessary action, an action that nobody will forget in this country. Because today, you, Alban Bagbin, so you expect us Ghanaians to protect your integrity and your name. JJ Rawlings is bigger than majority of you people in Parliament. In fact, all of you. JJ Rawlings, he's bigger than every single person in Parliament today. JJ Rawlings is bigger than anybody in the MPP. As we speak, everyone in the MPP. JJ Rawlings is bigger than that individual. So this should be treated as an emergency. If Alban Bagbin, you fail to bring out the person who made this statement, you will never enjoy the rest of your life on this planet. Politics will be sour for you. It will be a bitter pill. Politics will never be exciting and interesting to you. That integrity that you want to retire with, that respect that you want to have even after your grave or after your death, you will not have an iota of that respect. This statement I just played, the constituents in Senator Rawlings's Parliament, we demand that the person who made the statement is brought out. Samuel Abu Jinapor made the statement. At least Afenyo Markin turned around in Parliament. Ohunipa or Kansa Semno, Kobi Ochredakon turned around, saw the person who made the statement. So you cannot tell me that it came from outside Parliament. The person spoke in the mic. Yenyinayati. So Afenyomakin, Alban Bagbin, this is not politics as usual. Alban Bagbin, if you fail to deal with this, you will never be respected as a member of parliament, a former member of parliament, a speaker of parliament. We will help for your integrity be soiled. I will do everything possible for your name to be cleaned out of Ghana politics, for people to see you as a destroyer, to see you as a hypocrite, as a liar, as somebody who sits in the speaker's seat, as a sycophant who always does work to please the opposition MPP. This is the only way you can clean your integrity and clear yourself. This is not a joke. No fool can sit in parliament. Parliament and can't say the daughter of J.J. Rawlings is a daughter of a murderer, and goes ahead to say they have evidence. They need to show us the evidence. Alban Bagbin, Afenyomakin, the NPP minority, Samuel Abu Jinapor needs to show us the evidence. And I'm waiting for Haruna Idrisu to make a statement on this. Because when the lady spoke against, MFA spoke against that silly boy, Anodompre, you, Haruna Idrisu, you were quick. You see yourself as the most intelligent Dagomba in parliament. You were quick to throw your colleague under the bus. Haruna Idrisu, the next sitting of parliament, I want you to step forward and demand that the person who made the statement, and demand for evidence, because without J.J. Rawlings, majority of you people, including you, Haruna, you were riffraffs walking on deserts. We would have never made it to parliament without J.J. Rawlings putting together the NDC, without J.J. Rawlings putting together the Fourth Republic. So without J.J. Rawlings, none of you rats will be in parliament today. Abana edibo techino, sa abana edibo ba, oyire asantini obechechiri machiro. You were very vocal. You came out to criticize, condemn, chastise, and at the end of the day, suggested punishment for MFA. This is the time you have to protect your party, protect the integrity of your leader, protect the integrity of your founder. Let the world know that you are not in parliament suppressing your own people because of some political ambition you have, and that you are in parliament just to protect Ghanaians and our leaders. Haruna Idrisu, this is the time you have to prove to us that you don't work for Ekufuado and his people. This is the time to prove to us that the things they said when you were a minority leader, they were all lies. That you are corrupt and that you do business with Afenyomakin. You are taking millions of dollars, building mansions and stealing from the taxpayer behind the scenes. This is the time for you to prove to us that your integrity is intact. This is not done. I was saying, you go to the bottom of this. The person who made this statement needs to prove with evidence, because that person said it in the audio, in the video, that they have evidence that J.J. Rawlings killed people. This is deliberate of the NPP. And who was the speaker that day? The Fomena MP. The Fomena MP, Speaker Alban Bagbin, you need to bring him to tell us if he heard this, if he saw the person. You see, this cannot just go easily. We cannot just brush it away. No. The Speaker of Parliament that day was the Fomena MP. And that speaker too needs to tell us who said that. Samuel Abu Jinapor, for now, he is the one who said it. And he has admitted that he said it. Now, if Samuel Abu Jinapor at a point has come out to say he did not say it, then he should tell us who said it. Afenyomakin should turn around and tell us who said it. The speaker then, the Fomena MP, what's his name? That guy who was presiding, the speaker of the day, the Fomena MP, he needs to also tell us who made that statement in parliament. Alban Bagbin, also fresh Fomena MP, no? Sit in your seat and ask him at the floor of parliament that you were the speaker who made that statement. The Fomena MP, on the presiding here, on the tnaso. So akwana ne siashe kurasini no. Sa esiama no, ne siashe no. Mumbusa ne say, na otesro no, who made that statement, because he was listening to Afenyo, and whatever came through the mic, he heard it. So I want the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, to summon the Deputy speaker na otia konwom no esiama na sia hye ne say who made that statement? NPP side no or sure say asem free NPP ni ho na free eye nipa na mo be share proceedings no na journalist to video I share me hwe bi you otewo unhu say afenyo marking wo obi otewo onkwasi ade om di journalist ni yeni. The journalist is making the issue look like a simple issue. That is how they do it. You see, they speak behind the scenes and then they come out and treat a very important issue to say just a simple matter. Oh, so we have questions. Oh, now say ade tie no there. I say if you mic ni mo yet tie. Na kwasi ane to work and say it could be say if gallery or ebi obi na te ho na onye sure say a MPP ni na ono de onim say but you were not there from the beginning of the conversation. The fool sitting in front of you said no we need parliament, so why should we take his account? Why should we take another press account? And you the obi now was still one obi na nkeka kire wo obi wo parliament say o papa ye medra and ka betina ka kire say but the TN I say if you side ho these are straightforward. They made the statement. It you see, omoni journalists for no treaty important issues to you people no. Omo treating as a trivial issue. It is a National Cathedral issue no. Billions of cedis was put in the National Cathedral. On Metina Radio so they treat it as a normal conversation. Sikana mutugu National Cathedral said no. Or sank a journalist should be mad about it. Time MPP also Galamsey ekunipa yes excavators yes no area they treated Galamsey issue as a trivial issue. Oh, now say Galamsey they will be a the same will be better TV because so Okota Kradia have been a worker at ECG and that it is supposed to be from down bottom or up bottom up. They treat it. And you see this matter yan flip a coin no senka ye NDC ni bi and a what majority side they make a statement when Calvin say this is how the conversation was going to go. Anka ahimfubia sorry at your press conference. I'm telling you. Me say senka ye NDC ni bi ena ebia subi MP kasa ana say swami MPB kasa ana say ebia yemfa ne say eye bantama MP ana swami MP kasa na obi ewo NDC for mu ka say hey sit down party no a bafo akoto kromfo a ote party bafo akoto kowini bafo akoto okunipa. Do you think this was going to be a joke? No. Say NDC na make his statement free majority stand say example say Bantama MP kasa Swami MP kasa and I say NPP stronghold be MPB kasa na obia shout free NDC for say Kawanutum bafo akoto the pakumfo party. Yeah, we evidence okun. Oje sanka, you better radio so edin common say. Do you think say the various account radio stations anti-fortitus no? Oje said they would have treated this like that. No, it would have been a mensia conversation. And Quebec say MP Chrono, yan fanembra kumasi mensia no me yano. Yan tiana ba you because I want crying. Yamane free crying ma mensia. I am trying to let you understand how they are trying to treat this as a joke because it is coming from the NPP. Ain't it? You see, every time, you know, say NPP di bonia, omoko asempa, na omuni obi atena behind the scenes. And then the last we catch your mind come down and say, or your bema onka John Mahama asem, sika anko kwaji no, and come the video. Omuni obi ni kotena na omakasa obi sesi ade we dey dey better than your brenase also when dey mebusa will say ya ba wo dey mention dan gina we so gina ha se ni nkwan so wo gina ho eka another prayer one he wasn't in parliament. Two, you obi asking the questions when we say another prayer say so what about your leader? He was the one speaking and he turned around to tell the person to shut up. Do you want to tell me your leader Afenyomaki did not see the person? What about the he also turned around to see the person speaking. So can't you ask these questions? But you know what they do? They want to treat it like a mere normal simple story because a MPP for and a against you. Because men are metisa konwe ni mu a. I can maybe say another prayer say you were not there. I'll play the video and say another prayer You see, your minority leader was the one speaking. He turned around to tell the person saying that to shut up. Do you want to tell me that the statement wasn't coming from your side? Why is the minority leader not telling Ghanaians that he saw the person or did not see the person? Why are you the one here to respond to that matter? Why is another Kwasia we are? Today, he does not deserve to be in parliament, be answering questions about Aseme Sia no Oniwo. Why should another be answering questions on this? Because or some stupid whip. But we saw people on radio, on TV. Why is it say the media, they are all moving away from Afenyomakin? Afenyomakin is the best person to tell us who the person was, because he turned around and saw the person and instructed the person to keep quiet because he is speaking. Kobi Ochidakun turned around, saw the person and told the person to keep quiet because their boss was speaking. It is Samuel Jinapor said he was also sitting right behind Afenyomakin. I don't know to mean can't any pakro cancer asem no. Na kwasia we betra sempa catch say is from the gallery. Now we from journalist we are boa. Who obi wejimi. Now from say wona waken kan nim nyansa ubetumi a kire Ghana nsemu. Wejimi. Now papa na nkobi gina waka say oh papa oyewudifo a anka bebusa questions this way. We have seen it. So why are we now posing the question to the minority leader? Because another Kwasia we no only he wasn't there. Why do we need another press statement? Because inherently another no Kwasia pay ya pam the free parliament. Intended an answer here. Omo muti wono. Afenyomakin na okasa na odane ne ho. Why no hu no so okasa? And Afenyomakin be ka che say we hu obia. So Afenyomakin say we hu obia de Samuel Jinapor ne kansa asem no. So Samuel Jinapor say enyo no a ono so be so che say we hu obia. The statement was made by Samuel Jinapor on ne ka asem no. Won de omde journalism ne ye. Won de omde radio ne ye. Hwe Mameka be bin chiro another prequel na ho no. This was the reason why he came on radio. And some of the kind of here, this was the reason. Mameka say bin chiro. Time I suspended another pray. I didn't suspending that day in one radio so. After you suspended about 3 days, I recall you back no better radio. So I didn't try. It is because they wanted to whitewash the NPP of this crime. So that way, it is against our constitution. So that way, NPP, you know, send the offer of NPP na o ye penyini, o your hene, o your hima, o your sofo, o your kwasia. Because wo sani pano, or china wua, ye beka se wo or hini way, o your cromfo, o your two ni. Ahinia obedi you know ahinia obedi no go see you cool to because that is what you people are encouraging, and that is what the NPP is encouraging today. Say no more parliament so onya part of NPP oh ya boa, that is the NPP. Anytime I start a case me catch them say part way they have always seen obia onya NPP ni say oh ya boa. That is the mentality. Omri asha mo matrim, edi asha mo maamini mutrim, edi asha mo nuanu mutrim tina and the omaka 88. We need to nullify the party. I was say you good party no, you two-tier party we manika 3. Now in 37 years or 38 years, 42 years no, now you start here for me something else to think about. Say where would you be? But at this point, this group of termites, nipa mu nankan kwasiafo we cannot lead us. It's an insult for anybody to walk to the ballot and say, me kwa kotwa ma MPP. We are buaba. Now, papa na nkeka chen say, you can't parliament say he is a murderer. Wako school, wabon woma, wako campaign, we jina di penim, wasre omo se kone ko di juma maye, no wako jina parliament. Now, papa odi juma, edin bra to ho, oko prison, ntokwa, eje woman si wende, kebi mami kebi wono, kwa siye bi ba sore ka kire wo se wo papa or ye wudifo. You think this is just a joke? That is the MPP for you. And this party, that is the mentality at the party. They never respected J.J. Rawlings. They never respected Kwame Nkrumah. They never respected Atamels. They have never respected John Mahama. Because that is how they are made. They are animals. They are disease. Omo yan kwasiafo to the extent say omo dwen say so bi nye MPP ni a onye nipa into we test connect say we MPP ni a we kwasia because wo papa at this point you should know the kind of party you are part of no or china ye beka say wo papa or ye monatofo all because you are sharing an opinion against the party no. This is a group you are not supposed to be part of. This party was built on tribalism. A tribe, NPP, and your political party. The new patriotic party was a DND party way. So we are Ghana and you now join the party where you are not joining a political party. You are joining a tribal idea. Now, NDC ni be to be in parliament. I can say, Bafo Akoto or you 700 pounds. Actually, MPP we know. Bafo Akoto or your Monatuni or your Crown 4 or your Woody 4. NDC ni be to make a system of parliament. Only the base of Ghana. And Quebecers we did O2 for them. They will move it from politics and bring it home. They had a JJ Rawlings now because of JJ Rawlings and the O2 for you O2 for no. You people are insulting JJ Rawlings. You should keep quiet. Because of JJ Rawlings, the O2 for is recognized. Yeah. Because the constitution recognizes O2 because Obinama constitution you need to get it. On Hinibia our Ghana, including me papa, it's recognized by the constitution of Ghana because president in the buy no my constitution buy and on Hinibia recognizing of Ghana. It is a fact. Take it or leave it. Without due respect to Ohinia, any Ahima more Ghana, you know, without our constitution, nobody is anybody. It's a then yet now as some way you say just a joke, and a journalist will sit on TV and say, hey, inti we are just a gallery in a free buy inti Cesiano not yet it's what treaty as some way say that MP needs to be expelled. I will say a permanent free parliament. The constituents or some much letter. Sir MP no or say speaker now the constituency letter say we don't want this person as our dear member of parliament because Sani Pano, Abu Jinapor, Samuel Abu Jinapor, no to Abamano, NDC for be so to Abamano, Ghana phobia munya NDC for to Aba, Ghana phobia munya MPP for to Aba, Ghana phobia almost recognizes our democracy, who appreciate JJ Rawlings' effort, no, almost to Aba. So Abu Jinapor Samuel needs to be dealt with. You get what I mean? Inti sa wona fo no so sore nne na so mo so bowra parliament so mo ntia ase o mo de hye na mo gu nanim ase a mo gi se betuma so ano say awona fo no and love for no tomorrow they get on a bus and they strike at parliament say yene de hye na oje Ghana si won because in Ghana awona fo na je Ghana democracy si won because ayo mo de hye e the fourth republic ba kwase bia de hye amfa for republic ama efrifa kwase ampa yi so je ni oba e wan tumi amfa amba democracy. All the coups we saw, none of these people were able to give us a constitution, a democratic dispensation. Sorry, say because we appreciate your and that we need answers. No, so bow parliament or a bow bitimutua. Some people want to be treated as some year this year. Ghana, when a slave or Ghana, some kwasia some you say to chasso. I will see a chuchaso because some kwasiasan I hear too much. Some kwasiasan when you atina ho asoso ema ye di echema bedu hande and then we have a member of parliament sitting in parliament to tell us that JJ Rawlings is a murderer. Ne baba a daughter of a murderer. Sa kwasiano without Rawlings in Conte parliament. Samuel Abu Jinapor made the statement. And you see, we are not done with this conversation. This conversation, this is just the beginning. We are going to make Ghanaians understand, say, sa conversation way, say German our democracy is gone. This conversation we need to have this conversation 2028, 2020, sa video way, I will see a born every day on our shows. Every day I will play this video to remind Ghanaians of what the MPP, I will let Ghanaians always remember the kind of party MPP. This video should be on everybody's phone. We should remind ourselves, said this is a political party. They sat in parliament to tell us Yanni Ghana for said JJ Rawlings or a democracy, no, he's a murderer. And the Baba a murderer. We need to remind the Ghanaian people. Man, this is a piece of shit I call a political party. I'm telling you, MPP. And I keep telling you, say Sanko Fowe, your mom with space in Ghana, I'm about to say democracy, no. So I'm about to say democracy there. Then we need to make sure we take care of them before they destroy democracy. Because when you're ready, so I'm boy me actually man, am I no? Because MPP MPs, you know, Dodo na omo to asase mo si no so omo nim nyansa na omo protect democracy na omo pay asema anka some of them anka omo only up that catch say we ne kan but because the 88 pigs they were sitting with the person who said it, they were all sitting with Abu Jinapor, they heard it, they laughed about it. Why is nobody from the minority telling us who did it? Because it is Samuel Abu Jinapor? Because they don't care. Ghana be that is the mentality of this group of termites. Enkwasiafo we ne yaso almost for almost 50 years, 60 years, and you don't think kwasiafo. We need to nullify this party. I will see a good party way democratically. I will say every Ghanaian the to the team say see my MPP space our democracy will be gone because JJ Rawlings the crank and say a giant one and we know what they did to JJ Rawlings before he died. Yatiano Mukuno. These are the same people who killed Rawlings. The same MPP they found a way to kill Rawlings. Until today, so I'm at TV so at the Parliament air catch that will say. And yet JJ Rawlings is a murderer and they have evidence. We need to understand say they have started. So my MPP to me BMA, you are done. Message and person my NDC for and on to the other side. They saw whoever made that statement. The majority leader, you saw the person. We are going to come to your matter. You can't use diplomacy to lie to anybody in Parliament. The NDC front, you people saw the person who made the statement. The NDC group in Parliament, the majority side, you were watching Afenyo speak. You people saw the NDC leader in Parliament, Mr. Ayaraga, you saw the person. Don't come and play diplomacy with this. I respect you a lot, but some person respecting ND Ochna. Sit there and don't release a statement. The majority caucus saw who said that. You cannot protect criminals, or else we will treat you all as criminals. I'm sending this message to the majority leader. You were sitting in the front. You were listening to Afenyo. You are a cool, collected person. You were paying attention. You saw the person who made the statement. You people cannot throw Zenato under the bus. You lie bad. You, the leader of the NDC group, Mr. Ayaraga, you saw the person who made the statement. Your chief whips who were with you, they saw the person who made the statement. Majority of you NDC MPs who were on the right, you saw the NPP person who made the statement. We are giving you till Monday. You need to release a statement because you know. Someone like Jinapor, we know he did it. Someone like Jinapor, he made the statement. We want you, the NDC, the leader of the NDC, Ayaraga, your respect from Monday. And I will say your respect, Mao, and I see any respect, Mao. We will dirty you. We will make Ghanaians understand, say, NDC now will lead, you know. You are just a criminal as the NPP. Prove to Ghanaians that almost selected to protect their party and protect Ghana. I'm sending a simple, respectful message to the leader of the NDC in Parliament. It's simple. You were sitting right in front of Afenyo. You were about 140 at that moment. You saw the person who made the statement. You people heard him. Do not pretend. And Ayaraga, don't pretend and act as if say you didn't hear. We want the NDC majority caucus to release a statement and mention the person who made a statement, or else you people will not enjoy this government. You people will be treated as criminals in Parliament. It's simple as that. Now, there's something we need to just speak on quickly. Now, I saw this, and it's a conversation I think the NPP they don't want to have. This group are from NPP supporters Kumasi Omo Ejiji Sika Edema Baumia 2024 campaign. The NPP are pretending to say sa group we omunimomo, they know them. So ope a group Omo Ejiji Sika Dodo Edema Baumia Koya campaign, any NPP campaigner, about 80% it came from this group. Now this group, they have come out to tell Ghanaians to say they don't want Baumia and that Baumia is a losing candidate. Now they see Baumia to be a candidate who can never beat any presidential candidate from the NDC. Now the NPP they are trying to push these people aside. After these people spent over 50 million giving it to Baumia to campaign. it is interesting, say, this political party, no, they are beginning to think, say, even people who contributed to NPP, and who say Bawumia is the worst candidate because as we speak, John Mahama LED Bawumia 1.8 million votes. It means see we are said that Bawumia 38.2%, 38%. Now this group omudi omusika ema Bawumia omutina say analyze Bawumia ka say where the onye omutam sika ma no omaba out to say they don't need Bawumia. Now
Muhammadu Bawumia should be changed, else the party will only find a candidate and not a president.
Inti brofo NPP for etutu na ba say me born a tough so am before ntina me be sa we ye NPP for mo asantememu omo edwadifo party for ye nimomo oma contribute to NPP and omo so mbekasa oma a press conference etutu brofo abasa ye no mo dwodwo nyina omo say brofo kom ni nyina ne say omo say omo Bawumia tunkwanta ya pai Bawumia a candidate sebio omo NPP for there and the sebio okofo twen kura omo be choose Bawumia every say Bawumia ne Mahama koye contest no ono ani kuro mu kurampo no obre ansa na ultimi wini oko upper east upper west seat e friend seat Bawumia ahwere ni nyina o se Bawumia ka kire omo so oye tani ye nkremoni nti ono de obegina ma NPP a entafo ne nkremofo beto ama no ama ne buso boom and so omo se ye to abade wie no Mahamudu Bawumia nkremofo ne ntafo kora to ama no or to say krama wonya rabies obi ampe nam no we wuda ho wadane bonde obi ampe into omo se omo se Bawumia ye bonde ne nam krampo no obi anwe na omo de omo ka kire MPP because omo ka MPP ho omo tue sika ma MPP election e course omo se Bawumia ye nipa bi a se ne omo yiri se okoye toilet man ko no okocompete NDC toilet man bi wo KVIP ano a Bawumia be lose into omo de se party ni skofa Bawumia ba omo ne party ni tunkwanta apai every say Bawumia be candidate keke but onye candidate obetime wi ni aba every say omo John Mahama say eye de wo ye the party no ene John Mahama credibility no ene de NDC senior party mo odin emu odu omo wani munyam a sebio eba entotoye ene oman hyehye ene nioma a ema nipa ene ko eye de amanyoko hu a omo so omo NDC say de John Mahama ye no ama NDC no afa ne ntoma pa efra omo gina omo na so pempe a sebio so omo kofa kotreba te se Bawumia sa ko gina NDC enim se enye Bawumia ba Mahama na se ye kotreba kora Mahamudu Bawumia entumi wini into omo so omo pe candidate a sebio odo party na party tenase na emom enye candidate na adwini mu no oye mate sebio obetumi eyi nsenkwa omo pobi obetumi akofa tumi aba omo pobi obetumi akọ edukrom akọti siseduro ede abafie na emom yemfrɛ eye de efudi twedetwe a obekọ akotu manken edi ada inti de na omo ka nyina no sɛ eye MPP no omo pese omo ka kire MPP mpanifo sɛ eye Mahamudu Bawumia ene de eye de defeat we ba ye every say nanim ene na tare so ensem afiri na no ne ye ene senia eye sikasam toto ye wantumi anhye mu kena ngina so ama nipa ho aheha omo ama Ghanafo ehu senia obetube di nedwuma enti na party no eluzi ye enti obi a wabon esi obi a wabon ko obi a ono eye ye de aban hye ne nsa mfie wotwe a wantumi andwudwam ankyerɛkyerɛ nyomam ansoso nyoma no ma Ghanafo ho aheha omo de omo asantefo a omo gigi sika ewo dwadie ene ewo nkrom a omo ye party executive no omo say Mahamudu Bawumia de say oberane for MPP no ankoko rane for KVIP ankeye into omo de omo ka kire MPP fo no say Bawumia be pa de anka sebio anka omo ebetena KVIP so edidi fufuo dansen baako omo say omo ebe sorry akodi Bawumia chi biem se omo candidate de anka omo ye fufuo bofuro nkwan akotena KVIP inside edi omo mpe Bawumia ena omo mpe se Bawumia be ben omo den omo party no as a flag bearer sebio party omo nim nyansa no so amefo obi ati ase party omo nim nyansa no saa semu yo sanka omo fan ye Sa mrantie ni mabawa ene sebio eye nkremofo titim ene asantefo we ene de omusika ebrebre mogeni omowurem ede ma bawomia omse ompɛ bawomia nanso because pathway emunipa bi adwene se party ni omodia bawomia wie sika into ombetumi ede sebio eni adin ni popo ede bawomia sa banti Oma imagine say in some party no grassroots can omuntie ende obetie bawomia nkwara o Facebook na omudidi bawomia omudidi MPP fo atam asantememu say memma obia amfa defeat no emba mbehye den emba mbehye bawomia ende kojo fosun kansa na nim say wo yetia na yase ejina Facebook ka kire MPP fo MPP fo atam say 2024 defeat no memma obi amfa nhye bawomia na omo fa nhye omo ankasa MPP no and bawomia nkwara atam social media messiahs get me the story kojo fosun kansa omo ka bawomia campaign no and wenya kukuduro abedi eye asantefo na tam aka kire omo say emma omo mfa 2024 no emfa nhye bawomia na omo fa nhye omo ankasa ho asantememu na omo nim nyansa omo de beto aba kojo kofi ofosun kansa na bie na no akasa asem no now the yawa asem we mu nyina ne say so wo hwe party na wo hwe senia emu mpenifo edi asantefo atem edi Ghana for atem because almost suggest say bawomia a weak candidate. Bawomia is the only politician who considered the fastest in the history of the world. He's the fastest consider. Yeah, per politician I didn't fear on train and Mianke Kanyoman boom and who be a party. He conceded so quickly because he knows he's a failure. It is not about any democracy. It is not about because him the amount Bawomia conceded said the Electoral Commission and that commission and the say concede early. Send we can halt the collation of the result because so one conceded earlier. One shy young company in Uncle no 31. And he was forced to concede because so anya sa nya 38 nimpo enfam babium embe campaign say minya 38 my bomb and some famenko. That is why he was forced to concede. But Bawomia conceded to protect the 31% na ko benyano because so when one conceding tama to protect the 38% no senka Bawomia conceding tama anka is no entumi nya hwe ka Bawomia benya less than 31%. The fastest you're the fastest man on this planet, and you're same boat, and you're the fastest conceder. And he didn't concede because of democracy. Now let me tell you something. Saying the protection of Ghana's democracy, 2020 nipa 8 ekuomono. Anka Bawomia nkasa say it is against a democratic process. Anka on kanche Ghana for say abani eto ye no enye krojin. Bawomia has never respected our democracy. So concession, it was because he wanted to protect the 38%. Sanko delay another 48 hours and can normally drop about 31%. Until after he conceded, you realize the vote, the EC declined to give us the full result. It took them some time because they had to hide some of the numbers. Nobody should sit anywhere else and say, Bawomia conceded because he's a Democrat and he respects democracy. So Bawomia respected democracy at 2020, Bonipa to 8 elections. He never spoke on it. He has never respected our democracy. Bawomia conceded to do what? To protect the 38%. Iti imrantie we be kan sa asem we no and a quick MPP Bawomia boys no eba abonti be issue statement kira santefo omo a omudi omusika e dia ma Bawomia campaign no. The moment ankofo e kan o madwene se omo mpe Bawomia no e hwa na kojo fosun kansa Oba TV so ebetena radio so say we will resist any false narrative seeking to blame Bawomia or say hwe asantefo no fom kwasi anko obi a oso asantini o wasantimo obepagya na no aka se Bawomia nti de lose no omo beye ni shege we Bawomia Kofi Ofosun kansa time na Bawomia mo office omo na we wie sika free NIA ene de Accra Digital Center ne ade we mu na wie sika ma Bawomia and they also omudi MPP asantefo na tem. And the one say Kofi Ofosun cancer, ma santifo warning. So what santini also ya this year no, mon kama nuntum na mu Jimmy. Mema obian blame Bawomia. Ya koto aba no hwan di na eda ba eda board nso. Ya ntia na mka je say Bawomia ama economy na ye. Ya ntia na mka say Bawomia digitization aba. Yentia na mukase Baumia ko for electric bus aba. Yentia na mukase Baumia is a mate obetumi a drive Ghana no. Adenti na yemblemu obi fufuro ma yemblemu Baumia nkwasiafo ma. Yentia time na mo ya campaign why na mo de nature Ghana for say or you capable of winning the elections. E dey na mo gina so ya campaign man ka say Baumia the dollar na ko 15 why ade. Man can just say go for oil until na mo de Baumia ko. Man can just say Baumia eba be fa di pejuma. Nkwasiafo hwan na mo sell no na yenda ye blemu eye package no ana product no say product ni tina we nya customers also me blemu product no ye blemu factory no kwasiana factory no market nim who you sold the product to us and the product is Baumia and ye be a product no product na mo ka say sebio Irish Spring soap no ye be so no ye key soap na o blemu eye den eye company na o ka chen say ono na ye wo na wo koto ye na ade na wan inspect product ansa na wo ton enkwasiafo wakofa nyoma wakotu nyoma o beton wo se car we de papa car we de ewo specs ni nyina ewo den sensors bia ewo airbag car we de ewo den ewo self park ewo bibia e na wo ton car na maye o ton car na maye ne ka se da bi ye test drive ne wo se car we ponko abodam enye car papa China for car o de share driver na akosha reverse car we airbag shemsa na nye airbag e boto o ka kire se meme ye mblemu wo na wo ton amaye no because o ton sa car no man nkeji yanka unya mfaso de koye o ton amaye $1 million ye kire wo dia wo so meme ye mblemu wo kra de mfaso de hiaw na emo ye mblemu e manufacturer no kwasia o ton na unya mfaso. These are the foolish people we have been dealing with in kwasiafo. We are blaming Baumia because his utterances and ye di chire Ghana for bebre no mutie Baumia from 2016. From 2012, Baumia na catch Ghana for so bit must solve Ghana's economy. The fastest conceder, Mahamudu Baumia, is going to be blamed for the defeat of the NPP because time I to abano na omoya it is possible. Na yekufu kwasiana na it is possible. Na nya Baumia. Besides, give me videos of Baumia telling us why we should vote for him. The entina na mo ton Baumia maye. Mako tam amonche be catch say a fried rice. Na ye bia so ne hu say e amonche a o ka kire say ah wo de o mpe wo mfa so ma me emblemu ne emblemi antikone de o te eye asante no interest no ono na akofa no ho me de minimum antikone enya mo nkwasiafo na mo sade chairman wuntumi bro mo so mbeso regional chairman national chairman kwasia chairman wuntumi be national chairman ye emblemu han ye be blemu han enya mo amokofa ne baaye enti nkwasiafo yi Mahamudu Baumia is going to be blamed party na say na Baumia Mahamudu Baumia and I say MPP no Baumia na lose elections no Baumia nim na daso emwa anka Baumia wini anka because say dey time the mate has won give credit to him in gain and the main blame no yanko blame why so who should we blame yanko blame us anti for and Kofi for soon cancels Kofi for soon cancel catch say yanko ashanti nko blame otumfo because otumfo na my MPP lose here foolish boys mo MPP muje so me yankwasiafo ohu and the omo ka so mo peba Baumia mo ka cha asantefo so me yankwasiafo me boa mama yemblemu Baumia yemblemu hwan na ekufo de nim da ballot so sanka NDC lose elections na anke be blemu John Mahama because yema John Mahama the right to select the campaign team. Baumia was given the nod to select the people who will speak for him, the people who speak on economy, the people who speak on sports, the people who speak on health. He had control. That is why when we are going to the election, the party allows the flag bearer to pick his own campaign team because he is the sole his sole responsibility is to make sure the party, he picks the team that can help him win an election. We should not blame Baumia. We should blame who? It is hard too many Adema Baumia or MPP who say only chairman of his campaign, only spokesperson of his campaign, only health the representative. Sir, I didn't demand, we are more and nobody did Asantefo them. Mu Asantefo so me yankwasiafo. Omo catch us say we should blame Baumia. No na me loser. Mu didi Asantefo them. Kofi ofosun cancer one no say wo wenya 8. Mu tete Ghana na nkwasiasam. When the car say yanko yinapo enya Baumia na ko yinapo. There were millions of people walking on the streets of Ghana. Abodamfo bebre. Napo na Baumia na man okofa napo. Me na kofa napo bai. Enya Baumia na kofa napo bai. Unless you people want to tell us that Baumia does not have what it takes to select his own running mate. Ana say ne Bawumia ne koyi na po a mo be kan kire ne ehun say oh sa Bawumia ko nim nyansa no abeyi running mate. Bawumia took all these decisions in Gaima kwasiafo enye 1992 campaign ye yo ana politics there yo yeah ended 2025 politics. Unless you people want to tell us to say Bawumia did not pick his campaign team, Bawumia did not pick his running mate. If Bawumia did not do that, then Bawumia is not even cut for this job because he's not a man enough to make his own decisions. Until you cannot bring us a baby, a chicken, a dancing clown to come and represent us because he does not have that mental fortitude to be able to decide and select people he can govern with. And the movie did the Asantevoatem. Yatia. I mean, you got to be munchira muswami for. One story way. Is there a jandam roaming around? Okay, where's Sam George? I'll say he will kill all jandam and misinformation. Sam George, I support you, eh? You see, me catch the Ghana for say. Sam George say, I will stop misinformation and disinformation. Sanitize the media space. Sa dia na oma ye Sam George te eye parliamentary. Oma kofa Photoshop be say Sam George or pono. Me say that will not stop Sam George from working. Whatever you people said about Ablakwa, it is not going to stop him from working. And I sit here every day, me catch a Ghana for say, me, we are MDC, no one deliver, I'll come after you. That is my job. We are MDC, so I support us obey you. That is my job. Okuja to Ablakwa, Sam George, whoever Mahama nominate here, NPP Afinyo could not stop any of them. You know why? Because only numbers no Ojimimo. Kasongo 99 Afinyo marking. He does not have the numbers. He knows he cannot stop anything in parliament. He knows. But when you say majority of the foolish masses following MPP, Jimmy, they cannot think deep. But I support this statement by Sam George. Sam George should strike radio, TV. Making sure say put out misinformation. Sam George, as the communications minister, to prove to Ghanaians to say he knows his job, he should strike. Also shut you down. He needs to shut them down. He needs to be very autocratic in his office. If Sam George refuses to shut radios down, and on you see, it is not supposed to be a witch hunt. It is supposed to be based on law and facts. He needs to go by the law. He needs to go by the facts. He needs to make sure every decision he takes, there is a law backing it to prove to Ghanaians to say, "Enya witch hunt." He wants to sanitize the system. He should go after those radio stations and media stations. Misinforming, disinforming. He should shut them down. And you're very important. So I will support him because I don't misinform and disinform. Whatever I put out there, their facts are supporting it. It is a bit to Ghana, not to radio, city TV. So we have to make sure, say, that radio or TV or control without facts. The communication ministry shuts it down. I support Sam George 1,000%. And it should be one of those things that he needs to tackle now. Share. Muhubibida. Now, my mention of DB. John Mahama ya DB ama governance are easy. And I know Allah. Eye onyankopon kukurukwa o hatasura me ene wo yemfa yeni hunida. Onyankopon ehumobrofo, the merciful Allah, the almighty Allah, the Allah who knows the hearts of every man, not what men say, the Allah who knows our beginning and our end, the Allah who understands and appreciates men who dedicate everything to him in his name, that Allah who listens and that Allah who blesses, the Allah we all worship. He will bless John Dramani Mahama and his government. John Dramani Mahama, obey a president, we did 28 days in government. 28 days. John Mahama, the interim Hajj task force, has announced that Hajj fares have been reduced from 75,000 Ghana to 62,000 Ghana, equivalent to 4,130 at an exchange rate of 15 Ghana to $1. Mahamudu Bawumia yenkremoni o wipreko muna fiki. Otna power 8 years. Cabinet. He made decisions, took decisions for the NPP in Ghana. He never thought of Muslims. Mahamudu Bawumia etna Ghana edada nkremufo or the DN ministry baye Ogunu Zongo ministry. Mahamudu Bawumia denigrated the chief imam's powers as the leader of Islamic religion in Ghana. Mahamudu Bawumia denigrated other Islamic religions in Ghana. Mahamudu Bawumia make mockery of Ghanaians, thought we were stupid. We voted on tribal, religious, and on lies. And under John Mahama, oye Christonia, Sebio, Yawud one Krimofo Sasso, Obun Krimosumono, and the Hajana. Mahamudu Bawumia charges 750 million old Ghana, and the John Mahama said what this was about 620 million, from 75,000 to 62,000. Monshare difference no in 28 days. John Mahama show Nyankopon bo, Eshen Krimofo bo, catch him said, dear Omakoma Peno obey and the Nyankopon ti John Dramani Mahama any NDC Omati Haj Feso, and then Krimonibia ever to me akomeka asom Allah. Akana kuma swasem achire Onyankopon abompaya ama Ghana abafie abesum onyame onukurem. This is what we call leadership. Nkwasiafo motena abemu 8 years. John Mahama has been in power for 28 days. John Mahama's 28 days is better than in 9 way 8 years. Hey, yani ya so ani eba o ya so fucking ya mixi bibia bi ni eba. Wow, bet try no. And this ni John Mahama, I don't person yama Ghana. Wow, bet try to distract. You bet crash. You are not going to mince words again. Me see. NDC and John Dramani Mahama, especially John Mahama, Nakuma, or person or the boy Ghana no. Wow, bet try to distract. You bet crash where we are. Today is my happiest day because I've always told myself, say. A yes supporter in Krimufua Omwa Ghana a show actually NDC ni John Mahama. So John Mahama to me dinner said yeswa. Onyankopon Kokroko will open the skies for him and his government. And John Mahama has proven this alone. We in Krimonia, your heart should be at peace. I was all catching a woman and one none said the NDC is a party that is close to Allah. NDC is a party that thinks about a Muslim, how he or she can find the way to paradise. And we need to serve Allah on this planet for Allah to understand that we are committed in serving him. We have put our lives on the line. If we don't see the face of Allah on earth, Allah will not see our face in paradise. So when men make laws and rules to give us access to be closer to Allah, we should not play with those men. So nipa oba ewo no na ajuni say obe carve a way for you to be closer to your God. Do not underestimate or do not take that person for granted. And the NDC as a political party has shown to Munkiri before say whatever it would do as a political party to open the way for you, the older ones and the young ones, to see the favor of Allah by going to Mecca to pray, to tell Allah, the NDC as a political party, no Muslim should underestimate them. You should hold the NDC dear. NDC ndawa komaso. And this is very important. And this has shown, say, Boshebia, John Mahama Shenkrimu for share Allah with this so, and Onyankopon, mene was someone no, Onyankopon, Hunima, Akuma Mufitano, he will bless this man and his government. It's going to be tough, but he will succeed. You people don't understand. Before the stars come together, the stars in the sky don't just come together. They have to communicate. Before you get the blessing of Allah. It comes from so many places. There are so many things that comes together for Allah to accept your blessings. It's not just you saying hallelujah, amen. There are a lot of things that components a share for Allah to see your star. Saying kaya asori them ana masala she jina edi amoma bo from de bia e bom paya senya mebe shranke easy. But that is one part of your preparation for Allah to notice you. There are billions of creatures on this planet. Emwa ninipa. Onyankopon ehwe obi akoma. But you need to do more. You need to let your star connect with what Allah wants for Allah to see you. And that is what we as humans and we as men, we always have to create opportunities for our fellow men to get closer to Allah. Into sa uche o Bible and our religion mua. It is not about the number of worships, and I say the number of times you enter into a church or the number of times you preach the word of God. It is how you help your fellow man to get closer to Allah. That is what Allah appreciates. It is our share the messengers of Allah from Jesus Christ to Muhammad, peace be unto him, and the other religions are anyone or who see was or he created opportunity for men to be closer to Allah. That is the first principle of Allah, and that is what catches the heart of Allah. It is not what you do. It is not the ablution. It is not 5 pillars of Islam. It is not the Christian principles. It is about you being a vessel that men can be saved. And you need to do it without a dark heart. You need to do it with an open heart. Positive-minded individuals. And you need to understand this. Onyankopon who say enye wo na wo selfish nkwanti na opese otewo na bia wo nua oben wo no opese onyame hira no nso, because God knows for him to get everybody to come to him is he will use men to bring men to him. So when men are blocking the chances of other men to come to Allah, you have become a hindrance to Allah. So we need to understand that. In this Obi Bano de Mratuho, I need more Muslims to reach Allah, to reach other people, to get closer to Allah. That man is paving way. He's basically serving Allah indirectly. And we as Muslims need to understand it. We as Christians, we also need to understand it. And that is the principles of a religion. Joining. Because yes, some na yes, some no, ye pedom, a dom no yes, ye diomu ko efie, a dom no say ye bema onyami who say ye ne juma amano, ya chin okra. So pave a way. When you are paving that way, God will understand that you are ready to make him mighty. The more people worship Allah, the more they recognize him, the more the people are, the more Allah becomes a big Allah. It is a way to me ama onyankopon ehun de nimunyam ene ne kase yemu a, because enye sebio emoba ene som nyame eye nipa. And it's now onyankopon creation na eyo nipa na ye unique out of onyankopon creation. He has a specific reason why nipa etumi bien na no eda onyankopon ase. He needs multitude, he needs lots of men, humans, to let him understand that he is the God that at the end of the day onyankopon bia entumi fa na ho totoro. And he said nipa was so now so create opportunity for nipa to get closer to Allah. Do not underestimate, don't take that person for granted. Say a cool at the NDC, do not take that party for granted. It is important. And this makes me happy. It makes my heart understand, say onyankopon beti nenim akire John Mahama or beti nenim akire NDC. Onyankopon will make sure say dear ye pe ene ensabeka. The reason why the NPP looked relevant or considered to be relevant for all these years was because the NDC as a political party failed to devise a strategy to kill fake news or to stop Jandam. And I say NDC as a political party, they failed to understand, say, asema obika eyatro, you need to quickly react to it. Now, when the NPP started denigrating, discrediting, lying, and forming a alliance with other people to lie about everything, about Ghana politics, the NDC on the other hand, they thought to say NPP for Trona point to be we as a people will come to that realization, say it's a party that lies. It's a party that was built out of lies. So the mistake the NDC made, and I'm not going to restrict this to only the NDC, the mistake the other democratic parties made, and also air contesting in our elections made, was that they underestimated NPP atro. The NPP was built out of lies. The leadership of the NPP had only one agenda, and that agenda was to lie. And I said, "Omubetratro, amanato Ghana fobi trim titru akamfo," and most importantly, a santifo trim, for them to have a certain perception or a certain kind of posture towards NDC and any political party that basically align themselves with the ideologies of J.J. Rawlings NDC. In this study from 1992, the NDC built different kinds of a message. And the message was basically to make Ghanaians believe, say, any person who is associated with the NDC or any party that is not linked to the NPP automatically is the enemy of some group of people in Ghana. And it's our study of politics now. The NPP started becoming irrelevant. Abra social media basically took over politics around the world, and that is from 2020, or let's say before that's 2017 thereabout. When social media took over politics, when conversations were moved from traditional radio, print, when conversations were moved from marketplaces, church, pulpits, when conversations were moved from the streets onto social media where everybody could access, the NPP started becoming irrelevant in our political settings. Now, they became irrelevant because now people had access to information, and people also have the same access to verify the information. So the message of the NPP became difficult to sync. They now started to struggle. Now, they still believed that when they still believed, say almost take it to the old 442 formation, the old format of inciting people against a group of people who belong to a political party, or creating the impression that a political party that isn't NPP is against the people who support NPP. They were going to have their way. Now, the mistake the NDC and we Ghanaians made from 1992 all the way to 2012, let's say 2012, was that we had allowed NPP and any surrogates, any omomtiti radio, TV, so to get away with a lot of lies. So when lies are told consistently or continuously, they somehow start to look like the truth. And at a point, Ghanaians believed in things that they believed in things that did not exist. And they said, Obi creative bibia to Tim say, with all due respect, we see baby amount. Now, sa baby ne de a hono your last point into obra obon wahana, it does not matter. Say unye Christoni, ana unye Muslimi, ana unye Jewni, ana won sombosom. Na say bi kura obi sombosoma. Say we Christoni na bosom sumni ne approach you. No catch out say eya bosom na osom no or effective. Bosom na aboa no manetumi si dan. Bosom na aboa no manetumi ne mbako school. Bosom na aboa no amanetumi ayi nyoma bi, and I'm not speaking against obi osom bosom. It applies to other religion. Ebi a we Muslimi, Christoni betuma be catch out say on person we Christoni because Christosom no aboa no mana say. Ebi a Muslim ni betuma approach obi a osom bosom akachen say eya nkremosom no aboa no amana ye say wenya we. Now, the first time the person approaches you, you actually come out and tell the person say, "Oboa, miss some na mitim ne ye." But when that person continuously, consistently push that agenda in your head, say, "Nis somono eya chen wo somono," it gets to a point you start to question what some. For all you know, there are so many things in that osoma obwa, but he just wants you to come join him into consistently say ostatika to with him say nesomne ye chen wosomna esomna wom dia wunya wosa osomni kura, you will not value it. You will think say it is not enough, so you will still feel say that person nesomono better than wosomono, and that is adia MPP here from 1992. And from 1992, the NPP, the NDC all came out to campaign. But for some reason, the NPP for messaging now was that NDC for you to travel. Almost free soldier buying when they buy into be or joining NDC biano, Sebio or for soldier buying into a source. Now remember, NPP as a political party, all the coups are a see Ghana and Sana JJ Rawlings Ebeku 1979 and 1982 or 83, no. Now all the coups now Ghana, no. The NPP that has changed its name to become NPP today, no. They were involved in every single coup that had happened in this country. About 6 coups, the NPP were in there. But for some reason, 1992, yaba democracy, no. All that the NPP preached was that PNDC, NDC, to join NDC, to training. They did not talk about JB Dankwa's involvement in the previous coup. how Dankwa Busia Dombomo were part, they masterminded the killing of Nkrumah, how they made sure Kotokamo, any a free farmer, any Omokana Omuye Soja for Kuno. They don't talk about that because they wanted you to believe something that did not exist. Into from 1992, majority of Ghanaians did not even understand why NDC war. Because they created that impression, and it was a consistent doctrine. It was a persistent doctrine. It was a doctrine that was done not just on the street, it was also infused into our education. Because who will be to say he was the man behind the social studies books. So all the books that we read, time and year what JHS, primary, do this time, no social studies, no. All the history we thought people wrote to make sure say our past is being recorded and archived, you know. Edubwa Hinana Oye, a founding member of the NPP, you know, they made sure say when they write or they were writing about Ghana's history when it came to politics, you know, they made sure say everything was centered on the actions of the PNDC era. They did not put a lot of emphasis on Efrifa, on Kotoka, on the other coups that happened before JJ Rawlings. Because when they emphasize on those coups, what will happen? And they say, now the young people will start to understand, they say, the PNDC JJ Rawlings era, no, it wasn't bad. Because, say, the 1979 coup and the 1982-83 coup, now, that was the coup that brought us to independence. But the coups that were orchestrated and sponsored by the NPP-UP, and the Omo Jankwabuzia group now, those coups na see it did not pave way for Kebi in Ghana. That is why Edubwa Hindems moved away or never emphasized on the previous coups but emphasized on the 1979 coup, 1983 coup, because they wanted the young people coming up. That's the indoctrination. They wanted the young people like us coming up, to believe, say, the NDCP, the PNDC, NDC, or JJ Rawlings PNDC were evil, and that anybody who tries to entertain the history of PNDC, not JJ Rawlings, that person or your mambo for. A certain generation never associated themselves with the NDC, because the moment you do that, you are seen as somebody who supports crime. And it's like when you went into our various universities, our tertiary institutions, you saw few people being part of NDC youth groups. They were scared to be part of it because we had already been brainwashed in our primary schools and our senior high schools before entering our tertiary institutions. So the moment you try to join such a group, you yourself started feeling guilty because some people will see you say, now we're joining NDC. And that was how the Jandam started. That was how the brainwash started. And that is how the NPP became relevant from 1992 to 2024. Now, the NPP started becoming irrelevant in our politics in 2012. From 2012, and people like myself and other people around Ghana or around the world started asking questions. In fact, those questions were being asked, but they were not asked so much. People did not persist. People did not push the system to give them answers. Into who will be to say Japan or MPP moi. What made him famous, or his springboard ojina so or the be Japan be general secretary MPP mu say or catch for say na ne papa PNDC for the kuno no a lawyer or a judge. You see a riffraff like Parliamentary. You see somebody like høœkup. So when you look at the people who were doing the talking for a NPP, they were not directly speaking for the NPP as official NPP spokespeople, but they were speaking as if said those people from CPP, from other political parties, they were all speaking against the PNDC, NDC because those people used that history to become relevant in our politics. In the Japan say, Who was said, "Dear money relevant to Ghana politics." But say, "Oh, come Japan and Papa judge in your kuno Rawlings time." You say, na Kweku Baako so Kweku Baako waka Ghana politics or journalist because you see JJ Rawlings and Breno ya chini tumu, and there are so many of them in the system. They use that to become relevant. Now, from 2012, ebesi 2016, the system na ebusa questions. The young people started asking questions. Social media was becoming a little powerful. So now the NPP started getting jittery. That was when they brought Boadu again. Now they had to devise another strategy. And that strategy was that if the people are now asking questions, let's use the same medium where they are going to use to get the answers to go after them. When I say after them, to convince them that the questions they are asking wasn't relevant. So the NPP adopted another strategy. They went into investing in the media. They went into tapping into the traditional media to do their bidding for them. At a point, you realize, say, they bought a lot of radio stations around the nation. Now they put their tribal boys and girls on it. And the agenda was that let the people, the young people asking questions. Because that time, Ash FM, Peace FM, Angel FM, Inshira FM, FM. So Abubusa questions now, find a way to let them know, say, the questions they were asking wasn't relevant. And that your version of the answer no any irrelevant. Into which best no panako kuku kwam sefa kan to Kweku Baako to openye jekum to. Their job is to let you believe, say, as some to Kweku Baako no, you should never forget to say Kweku Baako ye chini to mu. Into JJ Rawlings and in the party nasi for they are murderers. Kwame Sefa was sit there and play the neutral, but the agenda was there to make sure the NDC and people who are asking questions about how our democracy came by, they have been given an answer. It will still sound to say the NDC is evil. Into the NPP used another strategy by investing in the media and using the media that was supposed to tell us the truth. Now the media was lying to the people of Ghana. In tobacco radio, so TV, so what they do is that the journalists now, you people respected and relied on for information that has been verified, the jandam was there. A honana jandam no, you groomy jandam no. So the journalists, the so-called radio stations and the so-called journalists, they were polluting the system. And from 2012 all the way to 2016, it was tough for anybody to go out there and ask questions and get the right answer. They might be answering you, but the answer wasn't the correct answer. They were giving you answers that will still make the NDC look horrible in your eyes. In tobacco campuses, majority of the young people did not want to associate themselves with the NDC, but they loved the NDC. They believed and they saw they compared the two political parties. They knew that the NDC was for good, but they were afraid and shy to associate or affiliate with the NDC because they will be seen as misfits in the community on the campus they live. 2016, luckily, the internet started getting stronger. Now, social media became powerful. Every single room had a phone. Every single pocket was carrying a phone. Now, news was being put out there without restrictions. People were able to Google stuff and get immediate answer or instant answer on social media. Now, the NPP started becoming weak. Their message started depleting. Now, they were struggling to let the people believe in the lies. So after they won power in 2017, they needed to be consistent in that inconsistency. And when I say the inconsistency, how they were able to tell lies to become consistent. So they were still stuck to the 4-4-2 formation of doing what? Using the power they have gotten in 2017 to still lie to the people. Until realize 2017 Boadu and NPP bar power. People started asking serious questions. The first thing he did was to give majority of journalists in Ghana positions in government. And the last minute, everybody was sorted because they knew, say, now social media has come to stay. The people, how are we going to stop this? The media was given what they wanted, and that was money. They were given positions. They moved Kwame Sefa-Kain to the board, our MPA board. Paul Adomotri to the media commission. Later, he was moved to Ghana Airport. They moved Egbert Fable to Petroleum Commission. They moved that guy who was at Cocoa Board to Cocoa Board. They moved all of them around because they wanted to seal the mouth that was going to answer the questions of the ordinary Ghanaian. Because majority of Ghanaians were asking questions, and they were asking the so-called journalists who have done their research to give them the answer. Until the NPP started becoming irrelevant from 2017, January 7th. See, near to Ghana. Now, the whole idea was that in summer in 2012, 14, 15, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, omudi winning power no. They wanted a way to continue with that agenda. And in summer they talked about John Mahama being a criminal. They talked about John Mahama going to buy hotels in Dubai. They talked about John Mahama's brothers. They talked about NDC Phoebe going to take money. They talked about so many things. Now they had to keep that momentum. How were they going to keep the momentum? Because the young people were asking questions. The young people were asking for verified documents. The young people were putting questions that you could not ignore. So now the job was for Kukubaku Dems, was for Kwame Sefa-Kain Dems, it was for Paul Adomotri, it was for NPP surrogates, somebody radio, some journalists, to explain. Say when they no when they no. Now the problem they had was that the young people could go check and fact check to know the truth. So they had one option to tell them the truth, and they were not willing to tell the people the truth. So now it became difficult for them. The young people decided to, at the end of the day, go their way and find the truth. Courtesy social media, courtesy access to information. Make sure how the NPP right now is not relevant, and it's a party. So we are getting in there. That's an order who the NPP there. With all due respect, why do you form the way Jimmy? And it's from 2017 to 2025. A party that won, a party that said it won the election with a gap in 2016 for about 1.2 million, so 1.3 million. 2020 elections, that party at the end of the day lost majority of its parliamentary seat. It was struggling to win the elections. Why? Because from 2016 to 2020, the NPP could not sell the Jandam. The 2020 elections, they lost the elections. They had to kill 8 people to win the elections. They had to manipulate the system, manipulate the numbers through the Electoral Commission to force them their way through. They had to use the Supreme Court to win that elections. Is it not surprising that when winning elections in 2016, the party that was in power dropped all the way to 106? You had full control of parliament. Now, you come to 2020, you have a hung parliament. The party that was the worst party, you people made the people believe. Senkan semna mokafa NDC one John Mahama one PNDC one. If it was accurate, senanka no kra, what the change year in just 4 years, the seat at NDC was 106 moved all the way to 137. What actually changed? It was because they were not able to defend their lives. Atrona Ahmad power no. Atrona MPP the power no. They could not defend it the first 4 years. Now the next 4 years or the second 4 years of Ekufuado ne Bawumiano. The first 4 years, even Nana Danko Ekufuado was being sworn in January 7, 2020, 2017. His statement, his speech was plagiarized. The first day he was being sworn in, the first day he was being given the nod to enter office as the president of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Danko Ekufuado, his speech, every single statement he made, it was stolen. He did not have an original statement, an original speech that had been written from his heart, that he's going to have a social contract with the people of Ghana. Nana Ekufuado, because everything that was built around him was a lie. He could not even put together a legitimate, honest speech to tell you and I and why we should be proud of him and support him as a president. And the first speech, acceptance speech, or his speech to the nation was plagiarized. A speech I will call from other heads of states. So that gave you a signal that the party itself did not have any organic idea. They have never used the truth to lead or to come to power. From 2017 to 2020 elections, Nana Akufo-Addo and NPP almost say they came with NAPCO, they came with One District, One Factory, all the flagship programs. 2020 elections, Nana Akufo-Addo struggled. Mahamudu Bawumia lied. So you could see from 1992, the party has been a party. They have always been relevant. Anytime we allow lies to take the lead in our conversation. Anytime I will say the NPP started becoming irrelevant when lies, jandam, fake news, misinformation, disinformation was stopped in Ghana politics. The results we saw or we just witnessed in the 2024 elections, it's a clear manifestation that truth will lead this nation and that the NPP can never make its way back into the Jubilee House because they are not ready and willing to speak truth to the people of Ghana. Today, Ubusa say, why do you still want to come back to power? They can't tell you. Ubusa say, you did too many they can't tell you. Because when they came into office, they thought to say, Atrono was going to be the only thing that could keep them in power. Till date, all the things they said, all the allegations and the information they put out, they have not been able to verify even one. In Ghana politics right now, the NPP is not relevant. We are not supposed to make the NPP a party we can think with and I say reason around. It is no more a political party. They are a group of ignorant, tribalistic idiots filled with ego, thinking that we are still stupid, thinking say and that when they incite a group of people to believe say sa group are better than anybody else who is part of another party, and then the bemo more relevant. It should tell you say the party itself does not have any principles. They did not build a party on anything that can last. And it's not today. There's nobody in the NPP they don't have anything like that. They don't have it because in the first place there was no party that was rallying around any ideology. They were a group of people with different interests who basically lied their way through to power. And they are still struggling. They are still struggling with that. And the issue is because they are not ready to admit that their party was built out of lies, they will never get out of lies. They will be stuck in the lie bud for a very long time because politics has changed. People now ask questions. People now vote based on what they see, the facts that they see. People just don't vote because they have heard a name of a political party or they've heard a name of an individual. No, people vote based on the facts. Now, yati asem ewo parliament and sa asem no a statement be a NPP minority led by Afenyo Markin. And it's become a conversation and the Obia Edi San Komoni bi. And in common say Obia Tina Parliament on the NPP side. Abra ex-president JJ Rawlings or the democracy by ya and the Ohini bi organ the bia you recognize no. And let me state these facts. And can JJ Rawlings and Ohini bi enu Ghana recognizing the or your hini. No chief or queen mother and JJ Rawlings 1992 as the leader of this country or may moving from a military rule to a democratic ruler and ohini bi any Ghana ha you recognize it. So JJ Rawlings led administration and as a decisioner or decide is Obama Ghana a democratic state. Anka yeni a woman and constitutional yenina as a nation. We can basically live with or respect to build this nation. It does not matter. It does not matter how you see JJ. It does not matter how you hate or dislike him. So can you the same JJ Rollins anka you and I and Kentia. Inti say you share as a people. Now you're discussing Ghana today. You JJ Rollins Frima Enye because he's the bile of our democracy. Anybody who contests this statement is basically somebody who does not even understand the democracy he or she is enjoying in Ghana today. Me say JJ Rollins, nobody can take him out of our politics. And from Nsema Yati or Ghana ha, from 1979, JJ Rollins buy a politics him, and I say a young man trying to save his nation. Nobody has been able to bring one evidence. One. Say JJ Rollins way. Nobody. As I sit here, me. Every single statement about JJ Rollins has been speculation. And where did the speculation start? It started from the NPP camp. J.A. Kufuor president. His agenda was to come and make sure JJ Rollins faces firing squad. But he could not do it because we have a democratic nation. So he wanted to use us the people to kill JJ Rollins. Into J.A. Kufuor by an Obeti Reconciliation Committee or Commission. He wanted his own people to come and nail JJ on the cross. But nobody in Ghana. Remember, time at J.A. Kufuor power, not JJ Rollins was a military man. Not only pistol crasher. JJ Rollins was an ordinary Ghanaian. Not the salary crack of one. Nobody in Ghana was able to stand on TV or even on any platform to say, I have this evidence. Say, Nami Jinahona JJ Bo Witrimutu and now Ucha Wechi. Nobody till date. So nobody has the right. Nobody in Ghana has the right to try and denigrate JJ Rollins. You have the right to your opinions. You can say whatever you want to say. But to make a statement without facts backing it, and not just a statement against any person, a statement against a man who through him, you and I, yet parliament and kwasiebi edge salary. Kwasiebi ne number to be kwabrochi in the name of diplomatic passport. Kwasiebi to be hospital ekonya some preferential treatment. And I say some special treatment because democracy inti Kwasiano MP. So we are giving those people that treatment the ordinary Ghanaian on the street will not get. And yet JJ Rollins and none of the MPs in parliament, none of these people will be human today. Because it was through JJ Rollins our adopted democracy and the main parliament and the to be shemra and nipa or more parliament no enyasa protection no as citizens of this country or more pegs near the day. Now there's something going on. You see, the NPP as a political party is being led by a thief. And when I say a thief, I'm talking about Afenyo Markin. Okay? Afenyo Markin, he has been an old criminal. And I'll be exposing Afenyo Markin, Well, we name Afenyo Markin biano. Busane say. Eye Akrowa House. A dear fraud nana oyen woho. Afenyo Markin has been involved in visa fraud for years. Oh, say at the age of this, at the age of that, and I'm a top track, and I'm be a company. It's all a lie. Afenyo Markin has been involved in visa fraud for years. Switzerland. And anytime I say Musa Afenyo Markin say, Crower House, sa a fear hormono, a dear visa fraud and no. All the things Nana Okakacham say at the age of 21, 22, and or talk we know. Afenyo Markin is a long time visa fraudster. Now, Switzerland, and as Swedish been on any visa fraud, it's been long and they've been doing it all these years. The guy's name is Pierre Jacquot. Pierre Jakwa. Afenyomakin knows. I've gone and we have documents tracing us way back as 15 years. How Afenyomakin, only just Pierre Jakwa, came together. You see, even at a point, Afenyomakin was locked up at Adabraka police station. Mumusa said, why? Afenyomakin not TV so kaka Afenyomakin, he has been a game boy from day one. I also co school, 21 years no real school. He has been involved in gaming. Talking about fraud, visa fraud. Switzerland. Me see the pana on any visa for a friend, Pierre Jakwa. Pierre Jakwa, visa fraud, Switzerland. A ho and the target no. Me see Musa Afenyomakin can say a day and they are arrested no and then they call Adabraka police station. The docket is there. He should tell us why. So documents now say Sakogu ni ma amifie no. I have all the documents. And he said, Ubusa the questions about his life. He hides behind at the age of 21 and I'm be a company and I'm a multi-million-dollar contract is lying. Oh, see, I bet you years back, a car now or day. He has been involved in visa fraud for years. But I'll take my time and let you know who Afenyomakin is. And as I speak to you today, he's still involved in visa fraud. Yes. Mr. Mumusan said Crower House. What happened at Crower House? Mumusan say a place your friend Adabraka police station. Then the man ko pure are locking up there and no sheho. Ye chain sheho. Onim Pierre Jakwa. One of the most craziest visa fraudsters around the world. At a point, Mamika Bibincho, Afenyomakin, this is how he said he secured those monies. The companies no be no. He was calling banks and telling the banks to say a JA4 and amano banks the number say on free for this amount of money. Mumusa Afenyomakin said me boa. Afenyomakin could call a bank because he did not have a financial strength for the money he wanted. Or to me, frere, no, I catch him say, I could afford a castle on frere or more. Now, or the Kufodi and Nuntina, not Canada, Japan catch them say they wanted to make Afenyomakin a minister, but because of Nyamba Binti, they could not make him a minister. Afenyomakin is a hardened criminal. All these things were there, we didn't want to talk about it, but until he decided to let some people think, say, or no, or you clean, on Bokrono, on Yeri. We are going to make the world know who Afenyomakin is. Mr. Mumusan said, does he know Pierre Jakwa? And a Crower House. What was happening there? And Mumusan said, then he ended up at Adabraka police station. He was arrested. He almost got jailed. But the documents show the number of people Afenyomakin Switzerland visa frauder will do Piomo. I am bringing this in because you see, Afenyomakin or a diabolic individual. You started vetting, so we study BBI, and I'm coming to what happened in Parliament. You started vetting we. How many times now Afenyomakin are apologizing to different people? Let me tell you, a fraudster is not scared to apologize. A fraudster does not care to apologize. So be a fraud, no bunipa. The easiest thing for that person to say is, I am sorry. Because they know that I'm sorry I am saying to you, you are going to let your guard down. You started that way. How many people now Afenyomakin catch up say I am sorry? About 7 people. Why do you think every minute he says I am sorry, he comes back to do the same thing? Because he sees you people somewhere Jimmy. A fraudster, a catcher say I am sorry. And to say old DP Oba online and later telling the Oba say I am sorry, I don't know what happened. And the man, it is easy for him because the moment he tells you I am sorry, you just let your guard down. And that is what he has done. And to go back to that and start saying, Afenyomakin has apologized to Ablakwa. He has apologized to Ablakwa's wife. He has apologized to the clerk of parliament on the committee. Afenyomakin has apologized to so many. Every single day he apologizes, and it's easy You know why it is easy? Because there's nothing attached to that. I am sorry. It is a game. It is a game to him. Afenyo Makin tomorrow will come to Parliament again and say, I'm sorry. It is normal because he knows that what he's doing, he's going to do it again. So, Obia Obu, and intina, when somebody like Nanaba Namwa, Ebejina Twitter can say, Afenyo is a gentleman because Afenyo deliberately decided to destroy Okujato Ablakwa's marriage, deliberately decided to destroy Sam George's marriage. But Ohun said, oh, yeah, because the damage, he has done it. And because I'm sorry. If you see somebody like Nanaba Namwa, because Afenyo Makin is a gentleman. Nanaba Namwa, they're the kind of woman that you worry on money, a boo more them. Ya boo more anopa, ne a tokoko, 1 cup. No one, or simikunu dome. Ain't sa a brona or kobono, yadi cocoa 1 cup on the man and in the refi. That is the kind of person Afenyo Makin is. And it won't be to say, Nanaba Namwa will come on Twitter and say, Afenyo is a gentleman. What did he do? He has apologized the 90th time. He has apologized the 20th time. Into your banner, oh, yes, smarter. Now, why do you former? You might think, say, Afenyo Makin, the sorry he says he means it, he does not mean any of them. That is the game he plays. Afenyo Makin can lie. And then the next day you say, oh, I am sorry I said this to you. He's just saying I'm sorry, but he knows the damage he has done. And I'm telling you, on Parliament way, every 2 weeks, Afenyo Makin will render an apology to somebody because that's the game to him. There's no attachment to it. And when you get, without due respect, lazy brain girls like Nana Abamo, when they see this kind of actions, a man, are you not scared that one man can apologize in a week like 4 times? Are you not scared of that man? How do you end up saying he's a gentleman? You are the kind of woman, Bema to be the mokoshe them, now wa molest mo, a break mo, a rape mo. Adiachi no akoto mo kubakwama, no better social media say, such a gentleman. 2 days to abasa buoku, because you don't even understand the game he's playing with you. And that is what Afenyo Makin has been doing. I'm a man, I know what I'm talking about. Next week, he will come to Parliament. He will come and do what? Apologize for some stupid thing he has done. Listen, Afenyo Makin had an agenda. There was a deliberate attempt to destroy Oma Warrior. Yes. Sam George and then there was a deliberate attempt to destroy their marriage. They know you need the whole. He knew what he was doing. He knew so because oh, I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry, madam. It's easy for him to say I'm sorry. Real men find it difficult to put out I'm sorry because that sorry, if it does not come from a special place, it does not come out easily. When people use I'm sorry easily, there are people who are dangerous and you have to be careful about those people. And they say you having somebody in your life every single day, I love you, I love you, I love you. When they use the I love you without thinking about it, those people can harm you any day. The I love you and I am sorry should come from a special place, meaning I am not going to go back to that again. But you see, because foolish men and weak-minded girls begin say, this is how it should be. Obi Jimmy Hunde was say Obi, I am sorry. It is that is the time of weakness. I am promising you this. Afenyo Makin will come to Parliament next week. He will come and render an apology. And then he will go back home and come back and fool again. Because when we say, ye Jimmy. Now, when was summer issue of Parliament, Pierre Jacou, Mumusa, Afenyo Makin say, does he know Pierre Jacou? Pierre Jacou. Me say, visa fraud, Switzerland visa fraud. I have all the documents. You've been able to enter Switzerland. Afenyo Makin, you will let every Ghanaian know, say, or you're fraudster, or you're criminal. Go on his Twitter page and ask him, Afenyo Makin, do you know Pierre Jacou? Pierre Jacou. Have you been involved in Switzerland visa fraud? And then I Japan air catch him in one of his videos that they cannot make Afenyo Makin a minister because of some things that they know. John and Abedi Kro Nibi. Oh, Palawa Kotonko Nyegu them. And I'm a municipal brimo. Now, Omo Palawa Akotia DSTV. Ako Champions League. Obeko teacher training hono. Boys and the Omo Yano no. Ojala wada ko rent dine. No, I got to DSTV. Now, over Saturday, not to Monday uncle class. Oh, Boga, how far? Oh, the teacher come. Oh, you know, come. You know, today they be very tight. Okay, if you can't just send me this house. I go cook some beds. I watch some game. ne ene etia na abaye di nkofo echi ejeje taxes akoma kwasia we akọ DSTV woni dem waje alawa akọ DSTV bo bodam saa na omo ye omusua hwe a few of them and they are committed to say me pese me ye nurse ni me pese me ye teacher ni into me pese me gilo ni suade ekonye adwuma ye. A few of them, about 60% of nkrom nursing training teacher training enkwasi asam nko a ko TikTok ko hwemuguo omugu TikTok ena høœkup edian kese pencil mic ena dey silver mook ena unique rose Chantal Dupont ena Fantasia Di Santo ni nyina ayenim ni nyina eno bako hwe dey sticky fingers na edian kese na deda omo so na omo dey bojantra ai one finger ena dey Kelly toes ena rose back nkwasiadin jantra din ena omo dey høœkup odwa iti Kevin njai mo dey me ba nursing training ada me ba gan me ba nursing training wo ehwo na ba be hye equipment aye adwuma Equia beauty a sleepy tank a dia kese ni nyina nurse for ni teacher for say a sleepy tank obi afra obi a softy lip and a mumma me dini bi tequila nose and kwasiadi sticky fingers I pointy ass a dia kese na da almost so and yet you ye alawa mankofo yo and 60% nkwasi asem and champagne glass oily obi a friend oily mat out the day slippery they into say no ma kesi upon have names no bo jantra mo pay ni alawa slippery thinker and a sticky finger and a omo bibi a very saying slow slider I fantasy mama me dini bi na mo na mutako ho mama me dini bi boys mama me dini mo na mutako ho mama me dini bi omugu ho jantra obi abeji loan boys mama me dini husband snatcher on the wajetum husband snatcher kwasi asam and then Legon Girls Club Mubo bin cheme Nana wo etieduam ai bontu echi edia kese ana mode bojantra nana wo obi go efe no ice koyonso slippery koyonso otiti nursing training teacher training bojantra ye from ice koyonso for the way we papa ji enkwase for moji alawa ekuya hipsy Equia hipsy. Mama me ding, Queen baby. Mama me ding bi. Mama me ding, honey ice. Otiti nursing training edge jing kwasi sika disa alawa. Kwajilo na o bojantra o høœkup edidin atoso. O ma me gina Pentecost dem bo nsem. Yebo esem na woto edin da so. Sugar rolls. Koyonso me wo. Ain equia pocky efia pocky nkwasiadin slow run baby girl osia from agata osia from shandy ice udidi de mata arabata osio ye from candy ice mata arabata what was from candy ice o ma me to bompa ye ma o ma me gina sorry dem ni koto dwagu form esre rade why wo nufu said and sent to say ye from shandy ice abra udin o ma me to mata arabata na what to work kan kwase asem sika kosua wo so ye from edutunwa mata edutunwa o so ye from chandelier ice wo ye from mata edutunwa udin edoto Jack, mapong. Yapong, kwase sabon kwa. Huh? Na moteto yapong mi dwam. Emma no obeti obi. Buko code Mickey. Code enya we dey man na fom ye. Member can be story. Bema pa na oti wo bojantra code Mickey. code Mickey 2 te say na nya ba akoro ono na waba 2 code Mickey 2 na otu bema betri na betri se dansen bojantra nti wo ye fro na na champon o say aka code Mickey 2 enye code Mickey ankasa de so no bibia nso so we ye code Mickey 2 kwasiasam wo ye fro edutu wa o say vim lady wo fi bi o tan o tra bema beshi super obekona eso nyina atete unenti se woma na me de ye fra me eye den alawa nie why num na wo dis alawa no ah from poma why num na wo ba bedi alawa nie no edin akese na deda mo so wum shifter emema no dumu obi afra no eye dagatini bema ba ya wo ne free daga waba teacher training oboja ntra ya fre no eye banfalansagre o se ya fre no womb shifter within the banfalansagre alasa banfalansagre obedru nkran ya because of jantre nti obekọ the din no womb shifter why womb na go shifte Jimmy Tahiru ofri tumu e na obetran kan wabọ ne bra clean Tahiru kon kan ko tumu ko he obi respect Tahiru because he's focused and then go pay Tahiru so Tahiru Fentio Tahiru ofri tumu ni kromu wa oje visa ansa na waba and the hwesi wabọ ne bra ma eye tumu kwara nyina enya hope and yes symposium e wo tumu a enkwara nyina ni say yes Tahiru ameke nyina betuma meki unsua Tahiru munsua Tahiru tetere no chijata ono suma bo tumi chijata de okuno e wo tumu Tahiru mumbusa me yire Tahiru ka kire me yire se o ya akora no chijata Tahiru kra ba kokora Tahiru Fentio Tahiru be ka kire me yire o ka kire me yire se ne ngwara brem no na me bi otena jata wo ho Tahiru wo ada me chia obi Tahiru auntie Tahiru wifey Tahiru Mrs. Tahiru these are some of the things so you ask your husband. He told my wife that when he was a young man at the age of 12 he used to kill a lion Tahiru because I said me yire ufri tumu what to toma bankra be catch me yire say wo Saudi 12 no uku jata wo Tahiru wo de no problem wo de ba America ba betumu gruma
Karen
Kasabitio TikTok name this
yeah Karen yeah Karen maybe issue now cost of parliament no
yeah
and Rollins situation there even Mahama JM also can be wrong because sir Ghana Dina Jesus here even what in Kumadina is because of Ghana one of the most peaceful countries because of Rollins in Kofono would say parliament hono omunyina Rollins enema yenyina ye fre Ghana ene even though Kwame Nkrumah na 2 day or ye bibia I'm telling you this Rollins ordinary life young man ordinary life ekoje crowway and ye nyina ye enjoy ene enti so obi de na no kan bibia mimpo de nka akra kro no sa nipa o kan sa de no ense se government man oba because Kevin ade ba konso American say she sa ade a MPP for sa mini micro minority we omoyi ni na ye orchestrated omo plan omo nim de ombe every time but me problem pa we na planting but me problem here Speaker of Parliament akwano e was so onya big boss kakra because adia ono no all entertaining sanyama no because even nyama happen and say o ka che nkrofo no say oh sesi ye dia che mo be apologize te sese ne o kan ye no o dini bia o de apology even oko United States and MPP for no o mu hye nyama bebre free US you see adia no kan o kan ria
oh I'm sorry that's what they do yeah
we apologize but they are not that smart. Sir, MPP group, they are not that smart. And they have a whistle, Nipa or Lady of Africans, no. And he said, Speaker of Parliament, if they one thing they need to do is change most of the parliamentary rules, to stabilize the place. Otherwise, I'm telling you, Mahama can dream all he wants. And these people will
Thank
throw
you very
everything
much.
at
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. American Parliament yasem no Jinapor. NDC for na ajeja no. Enti no. I also hold you edigi tamakro. So obesha the constituency. Omu yi free hub regional capital no ma isi no ana also declare no. Yes no the hospital. Adenti na asem no omu ya recollection no Jemensa amfa nka ho ama Accra ama meka ho asem bi. And NDC fu abu omu ani agu so no waba parliament. Ana ofi say ni nua Jinapor ba ko nti no NDC fu abu omu ani agu so. Enti awo se hold edigi tamakro. The ti a omu pursue sa asem na abu Jinapor kwan a wo fa so a wo de ba parliament.
That's it. Thank you very much. Hello, caller. Hello. All right. I'm in for another caller. Hello, caller.
Yeah. Make sure we here for you now.
Go ahead.
Because of Japan. But number one can say MPP for no more Ziano. Or more emergency every day biano. On bed be no more patch because she shall say Muhammad in 90 from pa. Nankasa for now or Mudisa Bonini Nano. Aka Obia what crime and division. Almost copy some for your free system so. So when you mean Dinas one years are there 2028 today kono. So what to me a be nim kakakawa. One by a big change person. Because also we use Asia law maybe. Yes,
thank you very much.
The bono. But I will say.
Kasamitio.
Monsieur, I saw we use Asia law, especially China. Anyway, Obia we did June be an television. I say almost couple and in the bushing na visa Ghana politics.
That's it. Thank you very much. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Go ahead, boss.
But the mechanic say, I didn't know. I don't know if you I said, when you see it, or no, we the empire on one day were quick to judge. Who to me by judge will be, who to me by kind of parliament. But they are a yo where you win. Sometimes, go for a woman, yeah, mobile, you knew how to support you. Was I too much? They are all no your party banner. Who to me be general parliament to defend you? I know, Colonel. We see the Pananka or Mike, but if I'm or generate to me a Casama by Mike, no, Obiati. You people are defending this person. But the way you depend where you were Yaman. Sorry, it's normal.
That's it. All right. Hello, caller. Hello. All right. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Kevin.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
William said the co-fast in by ASR JB down snitching.
Yeah.
One of us as in about parliament. In Titama, a Finyomarking Square Castle. Ubikura Eka Secretary of Parliament or Emma, a Finyomarking Square Castle within your cancer assembly. A Asidum Chetiaban, a cancer. In this will be where you can say the murderer's daughter no dia and also nipa kuntu pia bontin beka.
Thank you for your observation. Hello, caller. All right, I'm for caller. Hello, caller. Hello. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Kasamitio.
Yeah, Kevin, and then Miraho papa. The entire Miraho in say. Sai and Pepe for boys now, Omugu Parliament on. Say, oh my green say, with the NDC Jinaho Bebia will be a better amount in Tino. Woman, a quiet ni pat me bre answer no ma bapawa. Say, was who ye bibia. Dobetiane say, oh my sorry, oh, as one person who please you be especially. Sir, they didn't call education. I mean, how can you do things like that? And why over now almost a dear fat NDC £4, and yet they are almost so. Someone you're wondering say,
say NDC ni there mo na mo deal say den enso so Kumasi kro mo catch him say number 16 kra na mo di free isim ho beka mo menhwe ye Haruna Idrisu me pena sempa but the way I want me contact wo mo no especially sir in Pepe for boys now wo parliament
in Pepe for boys no in Pepe for boys no hello caller on the point no and yet you near point no all right hello caller hello okay I think sir caller when you're ready hello caller
hello Tagawala
go ahead Auntie Monica
aha me pesa me catch next training for the teacher training for there one be the developed countries there and you know waja and the second so me peda me kazanato na asam time waka Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wo go ne papa ni de no the papa we no wasi no onya ne pe she was happy there where is the topic no if me peda me catch yonkrom anwofo ahemfo no nti makwa ahona na maka ahona to bio pa mama mi kuku dan na mi bele nkofo di akoyo yom na nya JJ Lawrence ba anya mawula nya kata mi wola ka anropa godomo kata mi wola ka na speaker ya nana America gonya wadi to ala bo wodi akudi blamia wo apa be pala me kacha mu ko mo fo no so de oya ahemfo no nye ba ahemba fo no won yakor na won tro like a speaker na idioka so when you man idinu bono no ewu what an of ye wudifo no yempe akpa ha.
Thank you very much Auntie Monica. Hello caller.
Hello Mr. Kevin, good evening sir.
Good evening, go ahead boss.
This is Jawula from Tamale.
All right.
You see the problem happening in parliament, you know. You see is our former first lady, he give them this room for them to insult the former president and the family. Because I could remember one way the executive went to Sunyani. That was the time John Atamis wanted to contest for the Frabra election, and then she also came. That was the time we said, this lady has misled this man. So all this happening, actually we are hating Daniel because it's a wife. Even it's a wife who made these people killed our ex-president. Because MPP, look, we shouldn't take them as if they are our brothers. We shouldn't treat them like they are our brothers. They are our enemies.
Thank you very much. All right, so, thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, caller.
Hello, Kevin.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Captain here.
Go ahead.
Kevin, a friend is saying, so okay, so what can I say? Oh, Diana, Gabiosa, or Chidakon can say, if it's a president, I'm a winning crowd within 3 months, obey Kuno. So, okay,
yes.
Yes, when you say parliament, and a whole democracy, democracy, it's only parliament. You are in a military dictatorship, you know, there is executive, there is a judiciary. But parliament and a representative democracy. Now, near minority now starting, you know, they are just trying to create the impression say there's no orderliness in parliament, there's chaos in parliament. Now, that is their motive, that is their main aim. It will be the American President Mahama say, as soon as possible, immediately, on changing all the service commanders, military, police, if one or more head all the regions, no, as soon as possible, no, on all the service commanders. Near up and you market more, you know. What is the import of it? Say we are a mighty minority. Mighty in which sense?
Thank you. Mighty in which sense? Hello, caller. Hello. All right, my man, caller for hello, caller.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin, man, Kasenwi, me de banana couldn't do Ajima Rollins.
So, Obia, just one chance, Mr. I'm very sorry. Obia, one chance. Hello, caller.
Yeah, Uncle Cole.
Yes, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah. Let's know what a P. And this is open your phone. Tell you, I feel for the kind of frame. Omuka will be in tone, Omunensi from all. I think we friend no more dealing. Omun Nipo. Omun Nisan, I said, Nipagino. Whatever for man, but one or more. Namu, my two for more will be a murderer. Let's take it. What is selective? Oma, officer, be a deal for the credit or no credit, Kuma. What's that you? What do you call a whole stadium full of people, crowd. Moko Jabon Batum Tram. More before be murderous. Then you for a come work because Obiti Sano don't play near, a book upon. Only any say the parliament because our Baron really, what are they doing there? Oh, almost free about too much. It's too much.
Thank you very much, boss. Hello, caller. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Go
Kevin.
ahead. Yeah.
Kevin, I will not blame anybody. I will blame Agban Bagbe. He is the director in parliament. If something is going on, Agban Bagbe is very too dull. He's too dull. Agban Bagbe, since they elect Agban Bagbe doesn't be a man up as at now. He has to stand firm. Any damn that Agban Bagbe something happen, he will come dull, he will leave dull. It's too dull. A dumb person like this cannot hold these MPP people. MPP, they are arrogant. They think that they are arrogant. And Agban Bagbe is very, very too dull. He dull too much. They should change this man. Me, every day, I'm praying that Agban Bagbe, they should sack him. Because he cannot hold these particular MPP people. They are strong more than him. They are very arrogant. Agban Bagbe is not a man. He's not the man at all.
He is not a man. He's too dull. Alban, you are too dull. You are dancing and moving with you crew and out there. Alban Bagbe performance. Fancy out there with Juma. Speaker Bagbin. Fancy out there. Your human father, oh father. Now out there no kunko. And your Rollins and Kauntia. All that you know is father, oh father. Near mouth fans. A Juma na on person by Nippon or Doba or Boa man because of democracy. What by Alban Bagbe? Need didn't attempt no. The only man no. So the MPP people they know his weakness. Father, oh father, over corrupted so father fans now pay baby. What do you fans all the other day? Unnecessary fans. All your fans are go. Do the job and stop that unnecessary fans no. And a father, oh father, father, oh father. The job is supposed to be done. What do you want? Yes, Paco, so I'm very time. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mr. Kevin. Good evening.
Go ahead, boss.
Mr. Kevin, please, can you tell your listeners to be very, very careful with the nurses these days?
Why are you saying that?
Yeah, because I have a sister who almost got killed from a nurse's mistake. Oh, yeah, sure. She mistakenly changed the syringe. Like Paniano or Sasano. Meaning, so a mistake was a day, and yes, my sister and all, so yeah, nurse in here. Uncle Okuno. Oh, no, why first who said, we in case the mammy, but you're fair, no, now, mammy. Muchi, well, listeners, also more careful. Nurses no more these days, and baby, no more, you are not careful, they will kill you.
That's it. Thank you very much. That was a warning to Ghana for. Hello, phone ban now use sir. Phone ban now use phone ban. Ujina phone numuna. Ujina phone numuna na so ujina makaranta. Makaranta yo mi do. Makaranta nkora. Inta forget. Yi Kevin tell the makaranta ta mumra. Me kemo. Hello caller. Can you tell me what me say? Everybody, they see I know. Bibia a problem. Hello, caller.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Kevin.
Go ahead,
Mr. Kevin. One parliament, NPP for no. And kamene I go mama and I say show money na. Sa if you no mark ne microphone na. Because I'm on fire, Papa be and famba.
That's it. Thank you very much, hello, caller. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Jinapor.
Majoso.
Yeah, me pacho NDC for no omafa MPP for it to say like their brothers and now their mates and now baby. But omo form sao. Usimi say come here we abraka veti no. Abraka eka say wo kra wo ti hoyi. Say no. Ohane num after the ushe so a or can asema or see he dresses well no or the nanu fefa no ho no or the word so aka ho But NDC for no first or ye nyanom ye mate ye say anything. But who strategy now? When Mobukita strategy say they will destroy them. Like they will make it difficult. Their job will be very difficult. It's just NDC for no. Very, very tough, Kakra. No munya de omo yechira.
Thank you. With Jimmy. Now no asem be musu with Jimmy. On today. Election or catch is Ghana is a country of hooligans. And we cannot blame the EC for any of the confusion at any of the police station. Name them, political parties are the ones we are supposed to blame. Wait, or major moral education, or by also a lawyer. Sa Samokuja Towen and the ba a repeat the house help and other the Banakosha Canada. Was I'm paying an a general legal counsel so after your marking. I didn't call for Tata will be bar or catch up in your markets uncle. Yentra apology because I'm paying way. Now with the background will be I riding your coupon. Me say, because I'm paying way the band will be wait, with space, wait, omoji space was as we so now you woo opro. Now we add space, now opronium, not opron to me, now wait, no as we so. Penina with Jimmy. So corrupt, this fool. Obi so wait, the age because wait. You can't crom for can't be able to be a good for the man. This guy was part of the Council of Elders. Mumbusan say, Ekufuado, Eddie Sika, Kosha National Cathedral, Essay Ghana Sika, Boat 2020. That was your pay on Ghana. Was he not in Ghana? Who did he blame? Did he blame the AC? Such a foolish old man. Wait, also wait, also Yakupo couldn't try. 2020, Bonipa 82, Kwasi Ampenyi Tinaha, when blame EC. When blame Ekufuado government. 2024, Yatuaba and EC, through EC, some of the EC agents, things that were supposed to be done, which was not done right, and the court caused a lot of confusion. Also, we should not blame EC. We as a nation, we are a country of hooligans. We dabe no bewu. We Jimmy, mameka we binchira. Gray hair, a jenny, and chess will be in Nyansa, and also her age. People grow to be foolish. People grow to be stupid. There are people who grow to be wise. This guy, he grew to be stupid. And you see, consistently, Makachram say, until we come to that realization, say, age does not mean somebody is intelligent. Our country will not move forward. And people like this are taking advantage of us. Yeah? The school or call, Akwawe, moral education, or Bible studies. Or call UK, criminal, but also I law, and on Ghana. Foolish man. So right now, we cannot blame the EC for anything. Because the MPP ne lose it, we should blame the political parties indirectly or catch the journalists and say, oh, NDC for and now I'm here to trust them. EC did not play any role. This is a foolish old man. This fool is trying to insult we Ghanaians that we are hooligans. You see, he did not see anything wrong. When 8 people were shot in 2020, nobody was a hooligan. The president wasn't a hooligan. The government in place wasn't a hooligan. The EC were not hooligans then. Today, dear, MPP and this man, go to his house and ask him. The Lexus is driving. On show, on your declaration, Sikaben or T the toy on twin control. He's driving a Lexus. He has a Mercedes. Mumbusan say, on call the taxis, Munon will be your T Sikan toss a car. Jubilee House the man. These filthy people. Me see, he is driving a Lexus and he has a Mercedes. They gave that car to him, Jubilee House at the man. Monchen is on channel documented or ye human or toss a car. These fools, we give them too much room. Okay? They are very intelligent, honest, wise men and women in Ghana. I don't consider such people as one of them. Anytime I catch on Yanko Ponce, Kuwemo to training. Now, you watch it, you been the wood or peso. But because Akwawe occupies as we sinti, Onyanko Ponce achidi and train, na kwasi paying wait as we so. O puro binyam, we do 8 months or peso, Onyanko Ponce on train, if we say asasi ayama, na kwasi wait as we so dim kwasi asam.
Okay, trying to ginger the people. No, let's make it happen. And then at the end of the day, Mama proves to me that everything is possible.
Do you regret the topic? Do you regret the statement?
No,
you don't. Okay, it's just political talk.
You see, this is GBC. What the kwasia we abetina so. Kafu ya kwatam kwasia we abetina so. This is the same person who was sitting on TV making statements, unfounded statements. Those statements he made, he could have turned this country upside down. You know that? Sa kwasia we more sample hweneni. Yare dware ni say bram kwasia apeteshini we. Na a whole GBC atamna besi TV so. And he sits on TV to tell you, yes, during the election, I said, say, Mahama, there are words that during elections when you use, it can basically cause a lot of chaos. And GBC, did they check the credibility of this fool? The kind of things this guy has sat on TV to say, and the whole Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. How foolish can you people be? Now he sit on that TV and say, oh, he said that out of political gimmick, and Kafu is sitting there laughing. If a young man has said that, you will sit there, oh Kafu, one wing at Traga say, oh, young men of today don't respect. You can't make such a statement. Kwasia went to him on national television. You people make everything look like a joke in that country. No credible media house will bring such a riffraff, a dirty fool, to come sit there. Why was he there? What was his reason for being there? What credibility did he pass that mark to sit on national television? And you are the people who are saying you are pioneers in journalism, who basically sat down to say we will need this guy on our show. The guy is sitting in front of you telling you that he was misleading Ghanaians, and you sit there and you laugh. This is sabotage. He sat in front of you to tell you, I said a lot of things, I was misleading Ghanaians. This is national television, for crying out loud. This is not one to me radio. And you sit there and you make this thing look like a joke. Into a china, kwasia we betina TV zuka say, and the election way, kunipa 30. If we say ye kunipa 30 MPP be winning and ke kunipa 30 kakwasia kanon betina kasa. These are the things we talk about. You are emboldening fools like this to go back, because the next election, this guy is going to sit on TV and say, oh, say me ko GTV kwa kakachi omo say me ka say me ko togoro obi anjahwe internet de mun kunipa adetini ye kunipa because it was political gimmick, and you sit on national television to entertain such a foolish fool. The international television no kwase bia tu kotina so. Then the GBC boss foolishly comes out to say he wants to stop me my TV station. Kwasiafu amugu GBC. I told this government on Twitter, the first place the government needs to look at, and I will send this communique to some what's his name? Communications Minister, Sam George. The first place this government needs to look at graphic communications, Daily Graphic, GBC. They should do serious overhauling. Serious overhauling. This fool has no credibility. Now, who kafui in all your experience as a journalist? How credible do you see this guy? Because right now you lack credible people to come on your show. You are turning the national television into some foolish talk show. We are doing serious business here. This is the BBC of Ghana, and you have turned it into a stupid platform where anybody without any better credibility can just sit. Ye Jimmy Jimiana. Right now, Abeka same way, yeah, they are straight. Adiachi Abeka so bianco kuobia, Munko Kuntafo, Munko Anafo, if it's a MPP winia, and the Bibia Bessi, he's going to come and tell you, oh, Mekano GBC Crasset was a political gimmick. Are you the same people going to turn around to say this is dangerous? We are the ones entertaining in Kwasiasem. And you come with Nimana Mubuofu because Modia Mokasa, Namohunya Nyai, Modia Monya Gidigid into Muye Christopher. A Christopher do Jimmy. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, a typical Ghanaian. Oh, where the one who kafui on Casa de Deo, or we are timid. What? We are stupid. Being Dean does not make you intelligent. You people are not supposed to allow such fools on GBC. It's the TV now translating obey. Contribution ben obey. Have you gone back to check? It's most sorry Kwasiebia better GBC interview no. Is that how low you have brought GBC? Huh? Is this the GBC that you people want us to tune in and watch? This is the GBC you want us to bring ads for you people to do what play? Are you people serious? Are you people jokers? We are serious, Anna. Do you know what you are doing? Before anybody will get the opportunity to sit on GBC, do you know a juma will say come and sana ubiatra GBC akasa? Do you know? Inti bodam ni bia na masoro na betna TV so on kasa o GBC. Kwasia wetina want me see the things he said. Hwen kwasia na ma kan ya without verifying it. San kwasia de otena want me en kebetuma say kuro no. Akwa na no nsuonsuo ne ho mama ne ho nyanyan. Be ma wo use ne ma use the true mu nyina kwasia we ne ho fin ne ho kankan. Akwa na no nsuonsuo ne to so kwasia ne ho fin nyanyan we. Nipa mu aboa we to say ponchirani ba betena TV but na betena GBC. Why? Because things are easy.